Oh, we're starting
Next
off
time
with
on Xorvintaal.
we just start with the end.
Thanks for
But,
time.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Alright guys, thanks for coming out. It was an
Hey,
insane session of
everybody.
Xorvintaal. Did you see that part where Car just
Caleb,
blew up?
level up?
Wild. Actually insane.
What do you mean do you
I'm
level
so
up? You all
glad I
died.
Oh no.
But what were you asking, Mel?
What I was asking, Caleb, how are you doing today? It's been so long.
Oh yes, it has been. I'm doing wonderfully.
That's
Thank you.
very-
How are you doing?
Aw, fuck, dude. Just that's really, really good.
Alright. So yes. Let's see, so last we had left off then. The party was split and off doing quite a variety of things. Kaguya, you were in the process of burglarizing a home.
Yes.
One that you had scoped out. Let's see, Rin, you were about to. Let's see, you were on patrol and duty and whatnot, but I believe, like you said, you were going to go off to do something of a different nature for a bit.
I was going to a meeting.
Yes, to a meeting. Let's see. And on top of that, Kaguya. No, not Kara. Your K names are getting me mixed up. Hito and Kara. You two were at the Nice Thoughts. You two were at the Nice Thoughts shop, looking into purchasing some items to help you with your Bandersnatch problem from a odd little group who we pre-established was committing tax fraud, and as one does, and thus is also ran by what seems to be a Rakshasa. So let's see here then. That's where we left off. So, for the start of this session, we will loop back around and check on one of the other two. Let's see. Starting with Kaguya.
Fuck.
If you want, I can choose her in instead.
No, it's fine. Okay.
Alright, so yes.
Alright. So my first question about like this house that I'm entering, right? How many stories is it?
So this house that you have scoped out, it's 2 stories tall, and as you've seen by quite a few places here, you can probably guess that there is a basement, though this place is fairly close to the lake and the river channel way, so could be that there's not, due to aquifers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, 2 stories. And currently, as far as you're aware, you don't believe anyone is inside.
Okay. As far as I know, Noah's inside. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stealth my way to the house, and I'm gonna begin on the 2nd floor. How is there what are accessible points so that I can get up to the 2nd floor?
So this house has a very nice traditional design. Obviously, people have put a fair more thought into how it looks than any sort of thief protection functionality. So, you believe you could quite easily climb up the side of this house and access the 2nd floor via one of the windows. They don't look to be the kind that move, but you think you could probably take it out without making a lot of noise, sort of remove it from the wall, perhaps.
Okay.
On top of that, the bottommost area, has a way in around the back and a way in at the front, though you are fairly sure that these do indeed have locks on them.
Okay. So you said that the windows on the 2nd floor, I can't, they're not movable, right?
Yeah, they're not the kind that open up to let fresh air in. They're just there to allow light in.
Okay. I'm going to make my way to the second floor, right, so I can access one of these windows. I'm gonna grappling hook up there. Try not to make too much
Yep.
noise. I got the blood rope attached to the grappling hook this time around. As I make my way up, I'm going to use I'm going to use an item that I wasn't sure I was ever gonna get the chance to use. I'm going to use a glass cutter
Oh,
to
wow.
make an opening that's big enough for me to like essentially like knock in. But before I make the opening, right, and just then punch the window through, I'm going to use 4 instances of glue paper, so that breaking the glass does not make like a huge noise.
Okay.
So I'm going to use 4 of these. So I only have 6 glue papers left now.
You really are a thief.
But in order to be successful, I do have to make some checks. So
So
I'm
a
gonna make-
DC 15 sleight of hand.
yes,
Let's see. All right. Let's see.
29.
All right. Yeah, I think that might pass.
Okay.
Shit, I don't know.
Hold on, what was the DC again?
I don't know. There was a 1 and a 5. Put those in any order you wish. But all right. So yeah, especially with your stealth, with how quietly you've moved up here, pre-scoping out the place, and not a lot of people on the road. You get up there, apply your glue paper, and are able to remove the glass from where it is set into, giving you a way in. The cracking of the glass is incredibly quiet. Like, you're pretty sure no one's hearing that unless they were right next to the window.
Is there anyone right next to the window?
There is not. You can
Okay.
see through the window. No blinds are pulled and whatnot.
Okay.
So you're able to see into the second floor from here.
Kaguya making her way inside, right? What kind of room am I inside right now? Am I inside a bedroom, a side room? What's the
So
deal?
going in, 4 of the windows on the top floor seem to lead into this place, but this looks to be like either some sort of study or personal office of a sort. There seems to just be kind of walls lined with different scrolls and books and things of that nature, with a big central kind of low to the ground desk.
Kaguya is going to. I'm going to very quietly, right? Or not very quietly, because I'm going to concentrate. I'm going to put my head against the floor, and I'm going to listen for any sounds in the house to see if maybe I can catch someone sleeping.
All right, give me a perception check. Let me see, 27. Second, listening through a wall, or through the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So you don't believe you hear anyone. There is a slight breeze today, and they have wind chimes outside the house, so you can hear kind of the light tinkling of those and kind of their occasional tap against the wall. Other than that, you don't hear anything down within the house moving or messing around or otherwise making any kind of noise you've been able to discern.
Ting. Okay. I am now going. I'm going to look around the office, and I'm going to try to search of anything of value. If there appears to be a weapon that may appear to be magical, I'm going to attempt to take it. If there is gold, I will obviously take it. And then and then I'm going to search for any like documents that could be noteworthy.
All right. So let's see here. Weapon-wise, you find a silver dagger kind of underneath the desk. You suppose as like a quick safety precaution in case of anything. It's nothing magic or expensive from what you can tell, but it is there. Let's see. As for the documents, can you give me either a linguistics or a knowledge nobility check to try and discern what's written on them in terms of content?
Okay, here's my knowledge nobility. Balls.
12. Looks like whoever owns this is perhaps perhaps either runs or is associated with some business. There's a lot of miscellaneous papers here associated to that, but none that you can really make out of any value.
I see.
Unless you just wanted to hurt big business, you don't think there's anything else you could gain monetarily from these documents.
Tear it up.
Yeah, okay. Fuck Big Pharma, got it.
Turns out he was the leader of Big Pharma.
I'm now okay. Should I make another perception check to find anything else, or?
Let me see. I'm still working up to 27. I'm looking at what else is in here. So, okay. Other than that, the silver dagger and these documents, there's not too much in the way of what you could think of monetary-wise in this room. There is a handful of silver pieces kind of sat off on the desk itself, but that's the main extent of this room.
I take the silver pieces.
Okay, let's see. It's about 31 of them.
Wild.
Let me see. Okay. I move on to the next room. If there's nothing else.
So you exit this room. The door leading out isn't locked, but let me get something else here real quick. So, exiting this room, door leading out of here isn't locked, and you come out into sort of a big circular area. It's set up as almost a sunroom of sorts. You can see the roof above there kind of has some perforations in it to allow the sun to bleed down into this little living room-like area on the second floor. In here, there look to be two other rooms and another kind of set of double doors that leads to the stairway down to the first floor.
I check the other. I'm gonna check another room on the second floor.
Okay, so we'll say this is sort of the south room you've come out of. So you coming out of it, the other two rooms are to your east and west, and the way down is to your north. Which room do you check?
I check the east.
All right. Going over, you find that the east door is locked.
All right. Time for a disable device check.
All right. It is a
32.
DC 15. Oh, okay. Let's see here. So yeah, you're very easily able to pick this lock. It's a very basic lock. Not a lot to it. Obviously, any sort of stronger locks would be down on the first floor where they'd expect people to break in from. So you pop this open easily and head inside. What you see in here is what looks like a master bedroom of sorts.
Oh, nice.
Very, very large bed. A lot of things kind of hung and strung up here. There's artwork and other such things. But yes. So I suppose give me a perception check and give me kind of, once again, the criteria of what you're looking for.
I'm going to look for a safe first. This will be the first perception check. And then after the safe, and if I can't find a safe, this is a perception check for the rest of the room to locate goodies.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. So, in terms of a safe, you don't find any kind of metal, a large safe for storing things, but you do find underneath the bed at the left-hand side, there is a false panel. Let's see. Moving this panel reveals a large box underneath. Give me a knowledge, local, or religion.
I'll give you a local. Okay.
It's a very large box. You think it's like perhaps a ornate storage crate of sorts. Probably has good things in it.
I'm gonna attempt to pick the lock on it.
Okay. It is not locked. The main kind of issue with it at the moment is that it's under a bed and whatnot. There's not a whole lot of room to really pull the lid up. So unless you thought of something else, the main way to access this would be either to move the bed or pull it up and out. Both of which are not the most quiet of methods.
I'm gonna leave this for later, then, because I need to make sure the rest of the house is completely safe. Anything else?
Let's see. So with the 19 for generally searching everywhere else, so you find some books going into sort of where they have their clothes. You see that they have a very fine clothing in here. Each of the clothes in here themselves, at least worth close to a fair few gold on their own. Though unless you have a bag of holding, it'd be quite cumbersome to try and bring out a lot of clothing with you over your shoulder.
I have a bag of holding minor.
That could, still fit
Really
these if you folded them up.
Would you say, Benny?
You're really gonna take their clothes too?
Taking their clothes?
You can't have shit in
Chase me
Detroit.
if you're naked.
Fucking
Yeah, you know
take
what?
all
I'm
my
taking the-
clothes, bro.
I'm taking the clothes.
Can't have
Alright,
shit in
you-
Detroit.
You
No.
take everything from their fine robes to the kind of gold-laced undergarments.
Yeah.
Gold laced fucking underwear.
Oh
like
my god.
It's kind of gilded. Some of the threads have been, gilded, dipped in it, and thus been woven through there to give it a nice
Jesus.
effect.
I was gonna almost feel bad about Kaguya stealing this stuff, but like, fuck, these guys have enough money, honestly. at this
Kaguya.
point.
point.
I look at the undergarments because like, does it look like it fit Kaguya?
Let's see. There are women undergarments there. Yeah, sure.
Nice. I'm taking them.
All right.
And then I look at the paintings.
Let's see. So
What's it a painting of?
let's see. Over the main bed looks to be what you believe to be kind of a portrait of you guess who lives here and whatnot.
Mhm.
As let's see, there's a elven man, his human wife, with what it looks to be hung over the bed. Just looks to be them two in a very large kind of together portrait there.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room?
Yes. So let's see. On the same side of the bed as the thing under it was, the kind of bedside table and such has some racks that look to hold jewelry.
Oh, I'm
And
taking them.
there's though some seems to be missing, there is still a nice collection there. The other side has similarly the same, though less so.
Mm-hmm.
And so together, from all of this, you were able to amass, let's see, 22 pieces of jewelry.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else in the room?
Let me see. There are some other paintings that look to be not self-portrait works. It would be. I think it'd be another knowledge nobility roll to try and ascertain if they're actually worth something. If these are like any kind of big name pieces or kind of obscure indie works.
Oh, the knowledge. The 15 give me anything?
15. You. A lot of these aren't really standing out to you. It's a lot of just kind of odd contemporary art, just a lot of landscapes and whatnot. Someone watched a Bob Ross video. They had, they. It's good stuff, but you're not sure if it's anything big name and worth it.
Fantastic.
There is a fairly small one, however. You could easily carry it with you. It's fairly nice, and you can recognize that, though you don't know where this is made from and whatnot, the general quality of it should be worth a fair amount, especially if this family owns it.
I don't take a whole ass portrait. I just take the canvas from underneath.
Okay.
I roll it up and I put it in the bag of a holding miner.
Okay. But yes, otherwise that's pretty much it for this room.
Okay. Time for the West Room. And I listen again to see if I can hear anything.
Okay. Give me a perception. 30. Okay. Let me see here. You can hear something coming up the stairs. Especially with a 30, you're pretty sure it's not a person. You think it's perhaps an animal or a pet of sorts. You can kind of hear the 4 different legs tap and the clacking of claws against the stairs as it's coming on up.
I'm going to. Okay. Is the door on a corner of the room, or is it just in the flat center?
The one to this room,
or hold on, where am I right now? Am I in the hallway, or am I?
Oh, I assumed you were listening out before you went out into the kind of main foyer there.
Yeah. So that's why I just want to know, like, is the door in the main is in the middle of the wall, or is it on a corner?
There's not really any corners to this. It's a circular room that this leads out into, so everything's along the circumference of this. There's a door at each cardinal direction of this.
Okay. Let me check something real fast. Okay. Can I ascertain what animal it is, or just its general type? Like, is it a dog, or is it like something bigger?
You're not hearing any other noises from it. All you've heard is quadrupedal with external claws.
Okay. Fuck. And it's probably has caught my scent. Okay. What do I do now?
Yo, can I say something big brain?
What's up?
Use the fucking perfume they have.
So they thinks I'm the owner?
Yeah.
Or at least that it doesn't suspect anything.
So it doesn't suspect anything, and then use that to hide.
Nah, that's ultra sus, if anything. Now that I think about that. Okay. Is it in the hallway now, or is it still coming up the stairs?
It's still coming up the stairs. I've not progressed time any in my head.
Do I have enough time to exit the room, enter the other room, and then? Actually, now you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open the door slightly so that it has the ability to walk into the room.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
Please don't sneak attack the dog.
Don't worry, I won't kill it.
That's not comforting, Juan.
Now, this is what I'm gonna do, right? This is the saber suck right here. I'm going to position myself on top of the door frame. The little ass that small edge that the door frame creates. I'm going to attempt to balance myself on it and wait for it to come through.
Like up at the top?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there enough room for me to do so?
I'd say give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
To kind of get yourself positioned in there. It's not really one that stands out a lot. You'd have to really get yourself well acquainted in there.
25.
Okay, yeah, 25. You're able to position yourself up there nice and solidly.
Mm-hmm.
And you've opened the door.
I'm going to and then I'm gonna calm my breathing and wait to see if it walks into the room now that the door is open. Okay.
Okay, let's see. So, you hear it finish coming up the stairs, and the kind of awkward nudging of it opening the door to the main area. It's a bit silent for a moment as you then see it peek its head through the door and start to sniff around. What
Nice.
do you do?
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm going to. Don't worry, Mel. It's not gonna die. While it's unaware of me, I'm going to full attack it with using Evicted Thought. Just
That's
Full
in case.
attack?
That's going to
It's
kill
a-
it.
It's a CR 1/3 dog.
I don't know what kind of creature it is. It has claws.
You said you could see
I'm
its
fearing
head.
for my life. It had a gun.
You can see,
You said
okay,
you can
what-
see its
what does
head.
it look like?
Is
What
it
does
just
look
a
like?
dog?
Let's see. These are my attacks.
I mean, they're gonna hit. That first one is gonna kill it.
Okay, so you're.
These are all non-lethal, by the way, as well, just to
Oh.
make sure.
Is it a -4?
No, I'm a monk. I can do it for free.
Yeah.
So when it's unconscious, will you stop?
Yes.
Okay.
No, one's going to pick a puppy.
I just wanted to make sure, because non-lethal going over a certain amount does kill. Still.
I know.
Okay, just making. So yeah, let me see. Yeah,
The
first hits,
first one?
second hits, third misses, fifth hits.
Third
Uh,
misses.
Hold on. Uh-oh. I don't think this is a CR 1/3 dog.
See, I found a gun.
The gun with the
Yeah, this-
dog.
It is unconscious.
What kind of animal is this?
Let's see.
I'm
So
looking over it with my dark vision. I also hear
This
to
is
see
a
if there's
bear.
anything else.
is let me see. So give me a perception, and what you see here it looks to be sort of a mix between a bull mastiff and perhaps a German shepherd. It's incredibly large for a dog, but does just sort of look like a dog. You're not getting any kind of. There's no weird flames or anything off of it. No quills or anything to give you. This is a this is a magical beast.
I took out a bandersnatch.
You took out a fader.
Kagyo, if you send the dog to the mayor, you can get 4 silver.
Tiny, that's a different campaign.
Wrong campaign.
Okay, so this creature, guys, it's asleep till essentially a long rest beginning now.
Yes.
So I'm safe from it. Did I pick up any other creatures with that 31 or 32? I mean.
With the 30? No, you don't hear anything else throughout the house.
How-
Nice.
This is me asking for my personal understanding. How quickly did this thing go down? Like, was it the first hit, the second hit, the third hit?
It was the third hit, not the key pool attack, because that missed, but the
Yeah.
fifth hit sneak attack took it out.
Okay, so this is a dog. So it's just to
Strong-ass
clarify,
dog.
this is like a Marmaduke-sized dog that took a real beating.
That's
before it went
almost
down.
100 damage.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
damage.
it's a Marmaduke-sized dog, but also very burly. As far as you can tell from outward glances, just looks to be a big ass dog.
So yeah, I told you it had a gun. So I'm gonna take the dog and I'm gonna maneuver it close to the bed.
Make it
now.
look like he
You put it on the bed.
Hold on, don't guess my plan before it happens. now I move to the west room.
Okay.
And this is my disabled device check for it.
This door is not locked.
Nice.
You pull the doorknob right off. It's so cool.
I disabled the door.
You disabled it, now you can't use it.
What's that one fucking post? Yeah, where it's like all right, well, you picked the lock. It wasn't locked, so now you've locked the door. Okay.
So yeah, you you open the door, head on in. This one looks to be a like a nursery. However, there is no baby in the crib at the moment. You assume they took it with them, since neither of them are here at the moment.
Whew. Okay. You know what? This would be the perfect place to hide something. I'm gonna look around. What is it? Yeah. Now, I'm not looking for anything hyper specific. I'm just looking to see if there's like if anything is hidden in the room, essentially.
Okay. Let me see. So searching around here, you don't find anything hidden particularly, but while looking around, you find sort of one of the toys in the room, you guess, for the baby. This looks to be perhaps for a child of sort of an older age, but perhaps a hand-me-down. It looks like an antique sort of toy. It looks very old, but very incredibly well crafted. You're not sure.
I'm gonna leave it where it was.
Okay. Well, other than that, you don't find a whole lot in the nursery.
Okay. I moved to the first floor.
Morally, Juan is above stealing children's fucking lollipops, which is good to know.
Speaking of children's toys,
So yeah, you head down to the first. So you head down to the first floor, and with you heading down to the first floor, that's where we'll make our jump.
Nice.
Okay.
So Rin,
Yep.
let me see here. So where were you? Who are you looking to have a meeting with once again?
I was looking to meet with the leader of the Order of the Songbird, but before then, I wanted to talk to a specific person.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how to do this, but I'm going to do this by trying to access void breathing. So after I reach the... where's the leader of the Songbirds place?
You know he too is at the the Gold Cathedral.
Okay. I'll go to the cathedral and I'll put myself... I'll say bye to the recruits and put myself in a kind of side-off room. Like a private room for myself.
Okay. They let you have one, yeah. Go ahead.
And I'll try and access void breathing and see if I can speak to Prudikine.
Okay.
Who to what?
Prudikine is essentially the god that allowed Tiny to shift from Bard to Oracle. It's who their mask is connected to, in a sense, now. Okay, let me see. So, you're accessing void breathing. As you do this, you feel kind of the back of your hands where those shifting tattoos were placed on you. You feel them almost start to itch as you focus in on this. Does that change what you're doing?
No, I continue.
Alright, so as you continue, this itching persists for a good while before you almost feel, it doesn't feel like itching anymore, but almost like a bug walking across your hand.
Vryn falters just for a little bit, just for a second, as it reminds her of those fucking ants. And she kind of centers herself and closes her eyes and continues to continues her void breathing.
So as you push on, continuing through this weird feeling, it feels consistent. Like this is not just on your hand anymore. It's moved about. You can feel it go off to the floor and come back on you. But eventually, it does stop. You notice kind of the ambient noise that was around before from others of the songbird and people generally in the cathedral. Things that would perforate and come through into this room. That noise is kind of gone, and there's an odd silence.
Going to open my eyes.
Opening your eyes, you see a familiar sight, a odd shifting mass that thus eventually sort of morphs into a humanoid shape and takes on what looks to be a new form that looks exactly like you.
I see you're doing well.
It remains silent for a moment and looks over itself. It seems to close its eyes and look up in thought. And you notice now you're still in the room from before, but it's almost sort of faded out from your vision. It's like you're in a black room with nothing in it, with the room you were in before kind of being a small shade, a backdrop. But it looks up, takes a few breaths, and in your voice replies to you. I'm doing as well as ever. I'm doing as well as ever. I can't do a Rin voice, but
That's fine.
I see you're in good health, but there hasn't been much change.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to speak to you about. I want to change something. Specifically, I want to be the leader of the Order of the Songbird.
And you wish for my assistance in that.
I nod. I... In order to become the leader, I need to do something that, honestly, I don't think I'm capable of doing on my own.
Explain.
The challenge for to become the leader of the Order of the Songbird requires you to do a grand art, and I don't think my art is grand enough.
Hmm. So you wish to change your art, or change in a way to help your art.
I want to change in a way to help my art.
Hmm. Tell me about your art. We haven't talked.
Well, I love to tell stories about me and my sisters, about our adventures, about how we go, but the best part of the stories is not what happens in the story, it's how you present the story. I could tell a story about how Kara ate a sandwich, and I could make it sound like the most grand thing you've ever heard. And that's kind of why I like storytelling.
Hmm. Oh. Ah, yes. Let me
No, sorry for
put
bringing
something.
it up.
No, of course. So you see it. This visage of you close their eyes once again, seem to go into thought, perhaps even emulating your void breathing. You're not too sure. You've never seen yourself do it. You've only just done it. But it comes to after a moment and looks back to you, saying, "Yeah, I believe that I have some options for you."
Ooh. Which ones make the best story? Tell me all of them.
The first, if you agree to allow me to change you in a way, then I can provide you something with it that should allow you to view the world around you differently. One that I'm sure could only help to enhance your stories.
What do you mean by view the world around me differently?
She kind of raises a hand and taps her nose, kind of saying, "Can't tell you."
I see, that would ruin the story. What's the other ones?
There is another god, one of my brethren, who would be quite interested in something like this, if you allowed. They could have a hand in your life for a short while to help create things, events, that you might find to be excellent material for a story.
Are those events... will I know of these events?
Before they happen?
Yes.
Well, that would ruin the story, wouldn't it?
Ren kind of puts her hand on the her chin. Is there another option?
What good
or...
it...
Oh.
I was just gonna say, just, what good is a tale if you already know the end?
That's very true. Those are my two options, right?
I have a third.
Oh?
The third is that I believe, from this perspective, sometimes all that one needs is a second opinion. I think you write fine stories, though if you had someone else equally as interested in it alongside you, perhaps they could help.
That does make sense. But where would I find someone who'd like telling stories just as much as me?
I already have someone in mind.
And that's the third option, right?
That is the third option.
All these options seem so good. So out of character, I really want to choose have them change something about me. So I can view the world differently. It's like fucking giving up 1/3 of my lifespan so I can... that one chick from Death Note. I don't know what to choose. What do you guys think? Which ones do
I
you
kind of like
like?
the third. I like the third one.
The third one seems like a really, really good option. I like the first one because that's kind of cool, physically changing me for some different type of power.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I was gonna say, I don't even think it's just physical. I think it might be more than just physical, which could be interesting.
Mental. Psychological change.
Introducing a new character with option 3 is really cool. And option 2 is very interesting.
Option 2, I don't think I'll choose option 2.
Hmm.
Because though the events will be good stories, and though I won't know them, I feel like it feels like I'm artificially making some stories
That's
to
true.
some
The
degree.
other two allow you to do it of your own merit.
Hmm. Having someone to work with sounds really fun. Like another
I think that's
friend.
fun, and I think that is like the one that will develop Rin in like the best direction, if that makes sense. Like,
Hmm.
because it's learning as opposed to being artificially altered to think a different way, or behave a different way, or look a different way. It's change that you are working for, not change that you are just given. Which I think
Okay.
is interesting.
All right. So I'll make my decision. Rin sits down on one of the chairs to think for a little bit. If the chairs are corporeal and she could sit on them.
They're still there, especially when you focus on them.
Okay. And after maybe about a little bit of time of thinking, Rin kind of stands up and looks to Prudikine. I think I've made my decision. I would,
Oh,
I would like the second opinion.
very well. You'll find them back at your home. That's where they'll make their way to.
Right now?
They should be there when you arrive.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And, is it okay that I speak to you again at some other point?
They kind of close their eyes and look up again and say, not many choose to talk with me. While I can't guarantee that you'll be able to, I'll try to make an effort. You're interesting.
And you are too. You're
No.
Not many people embrace change, as I envision it. So, with that, you see as kind of the color fades from them and they start to re-go into this amorphous state as that of this shifting mass before they all as well seem to lose the dimension to them, almost as though they're not a three-dimensional being and object anymore, but two-dimensional. It lands on the floor and shrinks and crawls its way back onto the back of your hand as an ever-shifting tattoo.
strange. And Rin ties the back of her hair into a ponytail and runs out to head back home.
You run out with a few of the other order, either asking you to, but asking you a combination of either slow down or run faster, and a few thanking you for taking some of the newer recruits out.
Rin, as she's running, says, like, answers all the questions, but completely out of order and to the wrong people.
Like, they kind of get what you're saying, but it's like, fuck.
Where it's like, where are you going, Rin? Thank you! And she runs away.
Okay. Let's see. So, with that, then, with you heading back to your legally owned house,
Yeah. Oh god, where's the house again? Oh my god, it's all over there.
you've traveled quite a way, so it's going to take a fair bit of time to get back there. But in that time,
It's over here, Tiny.
I'm moving my token slowly but
The
surely.
bottom. No, it's in the bottom right of the map, Tiny.
No, this is Rin's house right here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was over. Well. Okay.
I got all this land.
we'll move on to Hito and Kara.
Nice.
God.
So, I have something specific that I want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Please don't fight the Rakshasa.
No. My thinking is, Ito has something that she is considering right now. And because she is not as adept in traditional magic as Kara is, because she's an alchemist, she's not a caster. So her expertise here is limited. I don't necessarily want to leave Kara alone with this Rakshasa, but I feel like if I stay here, I'm not going to be doing something productive. And I'm just going to kind of be sitting here. So I was wondering how you would feel about Ito excusing herself to go do something else. Because this very much seems like a you discussion.
Oh boy.
But
I'd,
it's up to you.
out of character, I would like the backup.
Okay, I will be here then. I will be here then. There is something else that I will want to do if that is all right with my fellow players and you, Mr. GM.
Yeah, do go over with me what it is, as, yeah, at the moment you have just kind of walked into this man's office and
Yeah.
thus been
We did sort of
met with.
just get here.
After we are done here, I will be doing something. Is what I'm saying. If you
Okay, so it's after this. Gotcha.
yes. If you want me here for backup, then yes, I will stay here absolutely, and then I can go do what I want to.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Oh god, I need to look at this Rakshasa.
let me look at him
Their
again.
image.
Little
I'll
asshole.
click show to player.
Don't worry, I already got it.
There it is. I found it.
You've heard.
I have to know who the fuck I'm bartering.
You're as well not sure how to address him, as he's been referred to as both Okustror and Mr. Axo, but you walk in, have this individual having told him that there are people here to do a business dealing, and with his backward-facing hands, motions for you all to step inside to his office.
Is there seating?
There is seating. There are quite a few chairs about. There's some other desks with chairs at them, but there are 3 chairs at the front of the desk that he sits at.
Is it quite all right if we make ourselves at home and take a seat?
Of course. Go ahead. You've well earned it if you're here with a legitimate dealing.
Yes, thank you. Hito kind of sits down. She still has a couple of not open wounds, but wounds that have not started to scab or scar over effectively from the quills. These are the quills are huge if I remember correctly. They're like a foot long.
Yeah, they're very large.
So there are just these digs and gashes into her skin. And as she sits down, she looks to to the Rakshasa and says, well, Mr. Axo, I should introduce myself. I am Hito, and this is my sister Kara.
Giving the demon our true name.
I mean,
Great first start, Mel.
Great first start. Listen. Shut up. It's fine. Oh, do we have music? Oh, it
very subtly. Let me.
Yeah, if you could just
raise it a little.
Okay. I do know. I have enough sense about demons because I don't have knowledge planes. Never mind. I can't even justify that.
I do.
Okay.
Give me a knowledge.
Hold on. My character sheet is being dumb.
I do not have it, but Ringet does. Do you know what your modifier is?
It's a plus 14.
Oh, Lord Microclean, thank you so much for the 2 times subscription.
Man, what a hero.
What a hero, Caleb.
Alright, a 20.
20. And what are you trying to... What information are you after?
Mel, what information were you after?
I was saying, is what I just did a bad enough...
Yeah,
because what I was hoping...
Introducing with a name.
Telling a demon... Is telling
Because
demons your
I'm,
true name a
I'm
bad
assuming
idea?
I assume true names are different from your given names.
So,
That's what I assumed.
you're aware that demons and extraplanar creatures have what is called a true name. It's something that basically, it's a name that is the pure definition of them, that gives power over them. Technically, everything has a true name, but uh, here on the material plane, humanoids and whatnot, their true name is hidden and locked away in their soul and usually not known by them and hard to access.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now,
So
something like a
while
Dullahan, if I give a Dullahan
Yeah.
my name, that would be.
yeah, like your regular name, while it could be used by a demon or devil of sorts in some capacity, it's not any sort of death sentence or I need to watch my back because you did.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a business meeting, so it
It's
is.
form.
Mhm. We are here with a proposition that perhaps you might be interested in. My sister has a more explicit understanding of what she wants out of this, but essentially, we have assistance in capturing a creature that has very severely harmed us. There is a Bandersnatch in the woods to the. Is it the south?
Yes.
If God, I didn't want to let him know that it was hunting
I
us
wish
at
you
this
had
point.
told me this.
Mel,
Mel, this is dealing with demons 101. You never show off a potential weakness.
But you.
one,
Well, the
never,
thing is,
two, never let him know that we have a very specific reason we want it done. That it is a direct, it is a direct threat to us.
okay, because you had brought this up already with the other people, so I assumed it was chill.
I do not believe I told them it was hunting us.
I
I
didn't say it was.
believe
I didn't say it was
we-
hunting us either.
You said
But
it has
we said that we-
harmed you.
No, Mel, by saying it has harmed you, that's practically saying it's hunting you.
Fuck. Well, I've already
I
put us here, so I might as well keep saying stupid
I
things.
explicitly said that we sent out a scouting party which discovered it.
This is partially due to it being a little while since we
Yeah,
last played.
has been a fair bit
Yeah,
before.
it has
Can't-
been a fair bit.
Can-
So.
Can I
If you
get a
would-
little of
I-
forgiveness for this?
Of course, yes, it has been a minute. Since we've talked and gone over this, we can back up a bit, and I'll give you a bit of time to kind of pre-establish your game plan walking into this.
Yes, Perhaps you should be controlling this conversation then, Rega.
Yeah.
Since you have a better idea going in what you want to say.
Sorry, I was sort of mentally preparing myself
No, that's
before
fine.
this
That's
started happening.
I assumed you were doing that, which is why I was starting off. But obviously, we were not on the same page. I will. Hito sits down, introduces herself and Kara, and says, "We've come to you with a proposition of sorts, and I believe my sister here has a better way with words than I do about this specific sort of thing."
Greetings, Mr. Axo, if that is what I may call you.
Acceptable.
What?
Oh, sorry. I guess it is acceptable.
Okay, I thought you said unacceptable, and I was like, oh, God, okay.
I thought you just said he looks up, and I was like,
But no, he said it is acceptable.
we have recently come into the knowledge of a certain creature that exists within the southern woods of this town. And we are looking to capture said beast for the safety of the surrounding area. We have no need for the creature itself. We merely need a way in order to capture it. I was told by your thinks about the word fuck, what is it? It's not
Employees?
salesperson.
Employees?
I have heard from, I'm assuming, your employees that you have magical items able to conduct such a task.
Without a doubt, we do. What exactly are we dealing with?
The creature in question is a Bandersnatch. Although not a usual Bandersnatch, this one appears to have an above average sense of intelligence. It is capable of creating traps, of baiting people in, of complex thought.
Hmm.
It also, despite its traditionally rather large size, evaded our sight.
Yes, it evaded the sight of our scouting party that we sent into the
We're
woods.
so we got this information out of character post session last time, but we know that this thing out of character is displaced from
Oh, we do
reality.
not know that
Do we know that
ourselves.
in character?
We do
is the
not.
question. No, okay.
Yeah, you are aware that it is typically very large, and you didn't catch it once, but
Yeah.
you are aware as well that it is an apex predator of sorts, and is probably really good at that.
But with my ability to spot things, it is very unusual that I was not able to see something huge, even if it is normally stealthy for its size. It is still massive. Okay. Mhm.
Let's see, so, he looks to jot something down on some parchment as you're speaking. Mm, looks back to you, goes, so, where is the profit here? I assume that you give us the creature, and what are you expecting out of this?
Honestly, the only thing that I want out of this is the peace of mind that there isn't a creature roaming this close to the city. Something that could just as easily head around and cause a lot of trouble, possibly in the main roads outside.
Hmm. Kara, can you give me a will save?
I can.
Hmm.
I sure
Hmm.
can.
I wonder if he's got
DC
his own
25.
abilities around here.
Oh damn.
Let me see.
Wow.
What is sort of during all this? What is sort of on the forefront of Kara's mind?
Oh, you motherfucker.
As well, what is Kara's alignment?
Car's alignment is lawful neutral.
Okay. What is on the forefront of Kara's mind during
The
all?
forefront of Kara's mind is thinking about specifically the collateral she's going to likely need to put up in order to what's that word? Clinch? To clinch getting the equipment necessary
To
to
clutch, I
perform this
believe.
task.
Is the word cinch?
Cinch. Yes, I think so.
Cinch.
Okay. Let me see. So is it play? Well, I'm sure we can see about this transaction then, but I'm sure you understand that can't simply give you powerful magical item to deal with such a threat without something to ensure that you'll do with it as you intend.
Yes, I was expecting as such. I have come prepared with something to offer.
Before we touch on what you have to offer for my services. Let's first look into the price tag itself. What are you thinking of in terms of dealing with this creature?
My initial thought is a form of capture. My intent is to capture the creature and return it to you.
Of course, it is worth significantly less to me if it's dead.
Of course.
The research available are astounding, and if you need, hmm, Regev,
What?
before I say this, is it reasonable for me to say if you need proof that we did in fact encounter the Bandersnatch and hand him one of the
No,
clothes?
do not.
Because I know that does not inherently imply that I have been stabbed with it, but
No, that has very heavily implied that you have been damaged and thus are being hunted.
okay, I will not do that.
And as much as I wish to rid this creature from the surrounding area, I do acknowledge that its existence is of great research importance.
Hmm. How versed are you in magic?
I am fairly versed in magic.
I am also quite competent, although my expertise lies in alchemical crafts.
Hmm. Well, come with me then. We will look at some potential options that you might could utilize. Hmm. He stands up, kind of adjusts his multi-piece suit,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of gestures to a side door in his office
Okay.
and
Kara
makes his
stands
way
up.
to it.
Oh,
Alright.
Kara stands up and follows behind.
If he's walking. Wait, Rakshasas have all around vision, I think. That's fine. I don't necessarily know that. Or would I be able to know that with like a knowledge religion? Or wait.
Knowledge religion would get you different information. Knowledge planes is probably more what you're looking for.
Oh, I have neither. That's fun. Okay.
Oh,
That's great. That's like
well, there we
super
go.
cool actually. Never
You could
knowledge
bonded mind me.
sure.
Oh
I
wait, no, he's reading my thoughts. Never mind.
Well, we don't. Do we know that? Are you aware of that?
Am I aware?
You're not aware of it.
I am
I'm
not aware. How did I
Alright.
fail? That is a 25 on that will save. Damn.
No, with the reading mind things, even if you pass the
Yeah.
DC, they still
Text
get to
on-
read your mind because it's a
Yeah,
funny
you
spell
don't know.
like that.
God, that's
The-
so
I
fucking
don't, and I don't
The-
have
the-
detect. I would
um,
normally have detect magic or something, or detect thoughts of my own prepared. Problem is, I didn't prepare it because I didn't think we were doing.
Yeah.
No, as well,
It's
casting
fine.
in front of him could be risky, but
Oh,
because
Yeah,
I do
extremely.
because I do say DC's up, the DC was 29.
Oh,
I could not have passed that.
Is he?
Nat
Hold
20.
on a second. Is he also reading my thoughts? Then do I also need to make the save?
Yes, technically, it is a cone, so
It's
yeah.
a cone, yeah. And he was. I addressed him
So-
so he'd be looking at me.
Give me a will save.
I need to get a 20 for this to be good, and I don't think I'm getting it.
That's not green.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's a 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you did get a 20.
Well,
It doesn't really matter as much because all I wanted to do was to detach my familiar from my forehead as he turns around, not to like spook him, but just for like modesty's sake. I feel like it's not very polite to do that in company.
not very polite to take your eyes out in public.
No, so it's just going to be perched on my shoulder now because I want it to be able to like take a look around and see, and inspect things in case there's any trickery about. And we follow, I guess.
Okay. So he leads you into another room. There are. Uh, it's much like the front room you had been in, but with a different selection of items. These all displayed a bit more prominently and with care than the others in the front room, which were already very well anointed and such.
Are these all gems and the like, or is there...
Yeah, once again, like just about most everything in here is a gem.
Is there anything that stands out in particular?
Let me see here. Uh, another thing that stands out is there is a another jar in here made out of like a single gem. Though this one, instead of being a crystal, looks as though it's kind of crafted from some sort of sandy gem. It has a top screwed onto it with what looks to be kind of several wards plastered around it.
Just so that it's not touched. Okay.
Uh, you're not. This looks more of to keep something within it.
Okay. So when you say it looks much like the room, then you mean like things are placed in such a way that it looks almost identical.
Yes, not exactly trying to copy it, but the design philosophy in here is much the same as it is out front.
And the items are much the same, except they're clearly better or...
Yeah, they're not.
real.
That's just about, that's just about the most prevalent copy. The most of these things, of course, do have some similarities in their looks because they are just most of the
gems.
time a cut gem. Yeah.
Hmm. Now, again, that means that there likely isn't any kind of things that are obviously weapons in this room or anything like that.
Actually, there are.
Oh,
You see a bit further in the back that there are weapon racks where the blades and such of the weapons are gems, sort of a sharpened gem.
fascinating. All right. Well, you've got quite the selection back here.
Of course, it is my pride and joy. Everything you see within this room has been handcrafted and cut by me.
Oh, well, you're quite the artisan.
Very impressive.
Like Hito, obviously part of it is fluffing him up, but Hito is like legitimately really impressed by this.
Let's see. So,
What? Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. Now, what would you personally recommend for the apprehension of a creature such as this? Obviously, it's quite scary, and though we are capable combatants, it seems a bit risky to try to fight this thing head on. For obvious.
I'm going to assume there are multiple things that you are considering, but determining what sort of pay grade we may be able to handle collateral wise.
Oh, I'm sure you can supply for whatever options you're given.
I don't like that. I don't like how he said that. I don't like that.
Let's see. So, you see that as well in this room. It's a fair bit darker than the other room from before. The lights don't illuminate quite as much. And you see him take out a small little crystal ball that begins to shine with light and float upward. And as it goes up, it doesn't hit a ceiling, and you see that there is almost no top to this room. And the shelves and things that are displayed seem to go up for quite some time.
Oh.
And you see as he watches it go up and begins to essentially float up after it and look around at things.
Should I follow? Should I just like follow, or is that rude? I think he's looking for something specific, so that might just be rude. Well, okay. Does it seem like he's expecting us to follow him in any manner?
You don't Give me a sense motive, I suppose.
Okay, I'm not great at these, so I'm probably not going to be able to get this because he's a Rakshasa.
It's not necessarily him hiding, but you can tell kind of from this and his demeanor. It's perhaps a bit of a subtle flex, just, getting every sort of I have more power in this situation where he can at every moment,
So from that,
especially you.
would
From
I be
this, you can tell he is not expecting you to follow him, though it would be a subtle flex against him if you did fly up and follow him. Not quite one that you think would be rude or cut you out any deals and whatnot. Just that kind of unspoken thing that
okay?
if he were to bring it up, it kind of ruins what he's doing right now. More
So,
so than you actually following him.
so the question really is, it
Do
won't
you
like
fly up
affect.
with him?
Do I fly up with? Will he consider it a slight? Is
I don't-
is the question?
Oh, he most definitely will, but
And he's
not in any sort of sense to where he's going to hunt you or be mad about it.
no, but he's a Rakshasa and he'll remember it forever.
Correct.
And while I don't know that in character,
Well,
Hito certainly does not want to.
yeah.
Hito doesn't want to slight somebody with this amount of power anyway, so she will just patiently wait.
So
I wonder if there's no way for me to reasonably glow. But what if I just kind of showed off my wings so that he knows I could have followed him if I wanted to? Okay, this is fine. I'm not trying to assert my ego on this tiger man. I almost called him a lion. That's not what he is.
let's see. So he returns back down eventually with with a few items sort of orbiting around him that he's picked out. And he goes and leads you all over to a table where he then takes one and puts it down on the table almost to kind of present to you.
I observe. What does this item look like?
Let's see. So, the first one is actually that jar from before.
Oh, it's like an identical thing to the jar downstairs.
Yes, the one that you saw in here, the one with the more brownish color to it.
Oh, okay, the one up here. Okay, gotcha.
If you're seeking a more direct and aggressive approach to its capture, this would be a fine item. This is the bottle of a great Ifriti. It's an item that one would utilize for making wishes. However, due to magical laws about such bindings, it of course comes with the stipulation that all such bottles of this nature you'd find have.
Which would be
I'll let Hito ask.
Okay. Are you actually asking? Okay.
yeah. No. I said which
Yeah.
would be. So yes.
Of course. You see, with these bottles and things of its nature, not only is it bound to a Nefertiti or a wish-granting creature, but it comes with a slight binding of two others. A creature from the Nine Hells, and another from the plains of heaven above. Because of certain magical abuses long ago, all bottles of this nature must come with this extra connection. To put it bluntly, if you seek to make a wish, you either must have it written by something from the plains of heaven, or from something from the hells.
And I'm assuming both of those come with their own stipulations. A creature of heaven would likely be adverse to something violent or potentially immoral, and a creature from hell will likely have whatever you do at a great cost that will likely benefit it.
Caleb, I got a question.
Yes.
Is an Aeon considered either of those categories?
Uh-oh.
In Aeon, no. An Aeon
Gotcha.
is very neutral. This
Or-
is
Wanted to make sure.
Now, wait. So, or is he saying that it is not inherently already bound with the angel and devil?
no, an Aeon is not inherently already bound with this.
No.
You
I'm
think in
saying like this jar. Is this jar not already bound with a devil and angel? Do we have to seek those out? Is what I'm saying.
no, basically what he's saying is this one does already have two connected. If you want to utilize this jar and get a wish to just deal with it, you'd have to start dealing with either basically an angel or a devil
So
to get your
then,
wish granted.
So then, is my from what I said? How does he react to what I said earlier about like the
Uh,
two measures?
he
Or
seems
is
to
there something more at hand than
he just
that?
seems to give a nod of acknowledgement.
Okay. Interesting. So it's something that could make your very dreams come true, with the stipulation that it is not going to be perfect unless it is either truly wholly benevolent, or you're willing to pay some potential price. Interesting.
Of course. So you all seem like you're at that state already.
Nods. Sorry. Greg, I've covered.
I'm here.
If
There are
this,
prices that we are willing to pay.
of course. And if this is not quite how you'd fancy to deal with it, we have other means to look at today.
I'm going to be honest, Mr. Axo. I'm a little more interested in something that would require a bit of more hands-on approach.
Of course. So you see that object rise back up and go back in its rotation around him, as he then grabs something else and places it down. Let me see this one. Okay. So this one looks to be uh, a big, once again, a big gem. However, it has been cut into the shape of a heart.
Mhm.
It is it is a pearl, so it has kind of a smoothness to it as well. And he gestures to it, saying, "This item can help awaken one to a more transcendent version of themselves, help raise them to their maximum potential. Surely, if the both of you or your scouts were to utilize it, your numbers would be more capable of dealing with something like that."
Well, an interesting proposition. Unfortunately, of the most capable fighters of our group would be myself and my compatriot here, and whenever motions to Hito tends to get into the heat of battle, they have a little bit of difficulty with non-lethal force.
Of course.
While my magic may be suitable for such things, I think it would be a bit difficult to take on, even in an elevated state, something of this caliber.
So you see that one rise once more and return to the orbit around him. Let's see. The next one he puts forward is much smaller than the others. It's a small, sort of the size of your thumbnail gem. It looks to be a diamond.
Mhm.
Let's see. It says, this is such an item that those who would recognize it require almost no explanation of its use.
I'd roll Knowledge Arcana.
Go ahead. Let me see. Oh, sure. So
This
let
fans
me
was
see.
trying to do. This fans was trying to be like, "Oh, you don't know."
Yeah. Let me see. So this is. You can tell itself that this gem is actually kind of been made smaller than it actually is, and in its actual size, it's worth a large amount,
Mhm.
much bigger. But this little diamond is basically imbued with the the spell trap the soul, or a soul gem. Basically, it forces a creature, uh, like both its life force, soul, and body, into the gem. It's a straight up prison. The
Oh,
problem is the gem itself has to be worth a certain amount in relation to how strong the creature is.
oh, this is definitely something I was considering, a soul gem. Hmm. I can't tell its original size exactly. I can tell that it's been artificially, magically shrank. I'm not sure if that is to hide its true value or is sort of something in order to make it easier to hide on one's person for its original uses. This is definitely something I was considering initially when I was thinking about things to capture said creature.
Of course, it is the more refined caster's solution to dealing with problems like these. Simply put, however, this on its own is just barely enough to capture the creature in question, this Bandersnatch. And
Yes. Well,
from what I know, additionally, they have quite the strong mind and soul about them. This has a single use. Once you've used it, you either succeed and have what you need, or you fail and have a gem. So, it's a shot you must make count.
and if I were to fail, I would owe much more than what I would be giving you as thinking of the word in real life, collateral.
Of course, there is a version that has essentially more uses, but I assumed you'd want the cheaper version. Welcome
Gee,
back.
oh god,
Oh,
Morgif died.
Oh,
Uh,
fire alarm.
fire
Cat,
alarm. Hold on.
what
I think
happened,
my
Mel?
roommate's got something in the oven.
My
Well, what
cookies.
happened essentially, Mel, is that he's dealing and trying to find a good item, and he's found a gem that can trap the creature, soul, body, and all, within it. However, as he's currently said, it's a very expensive magic item, and it's only got one shot.
So if that shot fails, then
Exactly. Then you've both lost your shot and used up a very, very expensive magic item. Additionally, he has said that he does have some other versions that have more uses to them,
but
but
those would even
he
be
is
more expensive.
even more expensive, and he thus assumed that you'd be looking for the cheaper version.
Is there anything else that add in as a part of the package?
Mel, you'll have to speak a little closer.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I, for some reason, I was like, I'm gonna get up out of my chair right now and go to the other side of the room, while I'm talking.
The
Now.
pacing.
The pacing. So, as a part of this, in order to both guarantee that this will work, so that you can have the item that is promised, or the article that is promised, that being a captured Bandersnatch, is there anything you'd be willing to give in part with that would make it more likely to work? If there's only one shot, some level of insurance policy would be rather nice to have, and would probably be a lot easier to leverage than something that simply has more opportunities.
But of course, I have quite a selection for breaking down the minds of what you seek to capture.
Mhm.
Let me see. And see him gesture. Actually, Regaf, are you still here?
I am still here.
Alright, just making sure before I go on. So
Oh
he
god.
gestures off to one of the cabinets and whatnot, and from it comes a small box. He opens it and starts to search through it, placing down a fair few different types of jewelry as though he's moving things out the way before he places down a gem-studded collar.
Now, would that be going on the Bandersnatch or us?
I'm going to
This
assume the Bandersnatch, Hito. I don't know what sort of things you've been getting up to.
I resent that remark. What I'm essentially wondering is if we are expected to put this on the Bandersnatch.
you are.
Ah,
When this is placed around something, it applies a curse. A common one if it cannot be removed. And on top of that, an additional little thing of my own creation, where it prevents the creature from verbally speaking. Thus, if this one utilizes any magic with its intelligence, any verbal components will be unavailable to it. And additionally, it breaks down them as a whole, their will, their strengths, and things of that nature.
Hmm.
And if you want, you can roll either a knowledge arcana or a sense motive to try and get an idea of this.
okay. 24?
So,
Sense
from what
motive.
looking at
I'll roll the
this,
sense motive.
Oh, fuck.
so looking at this Hito and Kara, since with your sense motive, you're able to ascertain that this is an item very similar to something you've already seen.
Is the Rings of Silence?
Rings of Silence. It does both the thing of they cannot speak, and it applies a negative to their wills, to not only their will saves but all their saves.
Now the problem is our rings would not fit on this thing.
It
Well,
will
the
not fit
ring.
on this thing.
Well, this is a dog collar.
a dog collar.
For the biggest dog.
And he does add as well that, as per any decent magical item, it will resize to go on what you need it to be on.
So would the
Mhm.
rings also do that then?
You imagine they would, though you're not sure if a quadrupedal creature counts for ring slots.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Within the
It does.
context of the story, if the ring would go on the paw, if
If the ring would go on the paw.
if toe beans count as fingers for the
You're
set.
not sure if, like, magical wise, the magic's going to be like, nah, 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 there's got to be a special type of toe ring for this.
It's like trying to put a helm on a creature that doesn't have a head. In that sense.
Or
Yeah.
one that's a head not made for the helmet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're putting clothes on a thing that doesn't have a body slot. Wait, I did that.
That's what I'm concerned about.
So,
yeah, you did do that.
this one he starts off on the creature very progressively weak, only slightly hindering it, but with every instance that it has to resist hostile effects, the collar's effects only get worse and worse.
So the idea is to begin to hunt that which traditionally hunts. Interesting.
To whittle down its psyche to a point where it would be much easier to place within the gem.
Of course.
Now, would the combination of these two be more affordable than a gem with multiple channels?
Oh, most definitely so.
And since both of these will be going back into your own possession afterwards, seeing as you will need both the collar to be on the creature and the gem so that you may release it and then examine it, or even continue to keep it binded with it, I assume that the cost, ultimately, as long as we return with the Bandersnatch, is negligible on top of the fact that we would make a significant sum from delivering it to you. As none of these will be ours after.
And it is true. There is, of course, that the gem, even once it's captured and released to the Bandersnatch, the magic itself there will be gone once it's out. So, I suppose the most cost in this would be that of what it costs to enchant the gem.
And I believe that would that be covered by the event of delivering the Bandersnatch itself?
Oh, you wish for that to pay that off? I thought you
My-
simply wanted it gone.
Well, I did simply want it gone, but you have to save every penny you've got.
But of
And
course.
And more importantly,
if you intend to keep it,
we are
there's
not.
no reason I shouldn't be getting at least something, whether it be the opportunity cost of not having to pay for such enchantment.
Not to imagine the fact that we will, if we are to interact with this creature, be risking our lives fairly significantly. We're not, of course, attempting to bleed you dry by any means. The fact of the matter is, this is a exchange of services that, when looking at us, have significantly deeper repercussion potential. After all, you have a wide array of these items, as expensive as they may be, and access to the ability, as you have claimed, to re-enchant this yourself. While the materials may be costly, I certainly think a Bandersnatch more than covers the cost several times over. Again, along with the labor that is more than just life risking, potentially lethal beyond those means, considering this thing is more intelligent than originally considered.
Fair point. The Bandersnatch then will cover the cost for using my items. And thus, once the collateral has been given back to you, there will be nothing either of us owe one another.
That's a ripoff, but
What do you mean?
just the fact that we're going out to get this thing for him,
It's
like,
on our side. Mel,
can I roll an appraisal to weigh
Mel,
these?
Mel, you're forgetting something.
What?
This thing is going to hunt us if we don't do this.
Yes, I
I
know,
would
but
like
whether
to
he
ask,
whether he
though,
knows whether
would
he
like to
knows that or not.
what he said. What are what's the word for it? Surface thoughts that Kara and Hito are having about that
I think the
sentence.
Well,
surface thoughts.
he did just say we are talking about the collateral.
And so my Pito, I think, is in the same mind as me, in that it seems as though we are getting a raw deal from what has been laid out in front of us.
I'm thinking about my boy.
But yes, if you'd like, you can give me either a spellcraft or an appraise check.
Let me see which one of mine is better. I want to weigh the cost, like the cost benefit ratio of all of this. So I feel like that would be an appraise, right? Even though unfortunately my spellcraft is better, but
That could work. Yes.
okay. I'm just trying to weigh all of these against to see where we're ending up on the side of the syllable. That's spellcraft. I don't know.
Rip.
A 10? Nah. Yeah, you're not. You're like, the Bandersnatch is worth a lot, but you're really not sure how much he's losing in terms of how much magic that's been enchanted with. Like,
GM, can
Go ahead,
I
yes.
roll spellcraft?
You may.
Jeez, fucking
Okay.
Christ, God.
So,
The
Yeah,
duality.
you're pretty aware that the gem itself is actually worth a fair bit more than the magic it's enchanted with. The magic
Since he
that
had the gem itself, even
Now-
afterwards.
the gem itself is worth about 6 digits, but
Yeah, I'm assuming the enchantment is closer to the 5 or 4 digit range.
it's a. Let me see. It is in the 5-digit range, but that spellcraft, it's about 60,000 gold.
Yeah, I could.
You're
We are losing a bit on the opportunity side, but I do believe that it's just
You-
better for us this
Well,
way to take a little bit of an L.
Can I roll an appraisal check just to see how valuable this Bandersnatch would actually be to have?
sure.
Because I know obviously like a creature of this capability, it seems like it would be worth an awful lot. Fuck me.
Damn.
Oh.
GM,
Can't really
I've-
fathom. Go ahead, I guess. It's.
I got a 10, so plus 2 to that. 25.
I'm sure you'll assist it, but I'm so sorry. The dice are not in your favor today. But
No, clearly.
let's see, 25. Let's see. Okay. You're having some trouble putting down an exact number, especially for something of this nature. But as far as you can tell, if he's not using it itself, like if you had this and were thinking about selling it, it's a legendary, it's a very legendary creature. It's off and unusual on top of that. Assuming you could train it to any kind of degree, you could probably, almost sell this for anywhere in the millions. You think only really dragons or the upper echelon of society, people who own these governments, could afford to purchase this thing. it well outclasses these magic in terms of cost. These magic items he's giving you.
Yeah.
If you kept them, so if you kept it for yourself, then obviously you've kind of used his magic up. But assuming he didn't get pissed at you and attack you for it or anything like that and take it back, this creature, you could well, if you could sell it, you could well pay him back many times over and still have enough to coat all of Zaya's layer in gold.
Which is what I'm saying. I don't want him to give us such a
No.
raw deal. I think we
Mel?
can ask for at least. No, I'm saying.
Mel, I want to show you my idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna PM you something.
But yes, to sum it up, you are getting scammed.
Yeah, we were getting scammed.
Though you're doing the most dangerous part. You're giving him everything, but you're getting nothing but not being hunted by a Bandersnatch, and not even that really, because you still have to go fight it regardless.
Mhm.
The
That's
things he's
something.
given you are helpful tools. Nothing prevents the Bandersnatch from wringing your neck.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
You know, all you have to do is make a sea bear circle and the Bandersnatch can't get you. Fucking-
Tiny. Don't go on the PFSRD while we're in game.
Just grab a stick and spin in a circle. Imagine
Lord.
like a CR20 monster and it's countered by something as simple as that.
Excuse me.
I still, Regef.
Hold on.
I know you're not finished, but I still think we should, in order to not look like idiots, at least ask for 100,000 gold on top of that, because this is worth millions, right? We have to ask for something additionally, or this guy not only is going to have like a severe advantage on us if we return this thing to him, but also just in general, we're going to look like we're very easily manipulated. And he's also going to leverage that bad mistake over us because he's a Rakshasa. And if you don't assert like certain qualities about yourself, they will exploit whatever like aspects of you that you are more compromised with.
Well, yeah, so if you ask for something, you have, in a way, kind of gone back on what you were saying to some degree, which is a bit of a slight. So, regardless, doing that and bringing all this information up against him to get something, that's, while you could still get something out of it, it's a bit of a loss because now you've probably got him at some degree pissed at you. If you don't, well, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if you don't see it, like you said, you're aware that you're going to look like complete fools. Because you got scammed, like the biggest scam in history, probably. It'd be a loss of millions. Once again, assuming one could even sell it.
Here's what I'm thinking. I understand that you can observe us as individuals that are not necessarily in our own playing field, as almost nobody has ever encountered a Bandersnatch and survived the ordeal. And certainly in this situation, the idea of us even capturing it must be unfathomable. I don't know of anybody who's been able to do such a thing. But that being said, we're not fooled. We're not simply going to do this for some sort of trade that is entirely within the favor of yourself, even if completely altruistic in what we're trying to do. It would be foolish to not have us have insurance of our own if you are wanting to have insurance from us. We require a certain amount of compensation for doing a task that is of legendary difficulty. Surely you can understand this. Nothing you're giving us is going to remain in our possession. Certainly, if we're attaching this to this thing, If anything, we're doing you an additional service by making sure that it is incredibly complacent, weak, and able to be observed. We are reducing the threat level to you even after taking on the entire threat of capturing it ourselves. I respect you as a businessman, but I am not going to be held over a barrel here.
Hmm. Kind of like looks at you, Kara, seeing if if you're agreeing with this or essentially what your thoughts are on this.
I'm thinking in like real life.
Reg, if I DM'd you a number.
Regf, give me a real life will save. Reach the player's thoughts. No.
What's my thoughts? My thoughts are, God, what's Kara thinking right now?
He tunes out. He has left. Rakshasa
Yeah.
has left the server.
A foot.
Damn, car really ain't built for this kind of world.
Kara is, Regif is not.
Is Kara a little bit uncertain in this moment? Because if so, Hito would be able to pick up on that, and I will start to rake this guy over the coals a little bit to give you some time.
No, I'm having, like, I'm still trying to comprehend exactly what's going on.
Basically,
Okay.
we are in a situation where we
I
are going to attempt to capture a legendary creature.
Oh
that
no,
is
I
worth-
understand that part.
Okay, what part are you not?
The part that I'm trying to comprehend is the fucking politics of this situation.
The politics of this situation are we need to make sure that this guy respects us to an extent. Because we do not want to let ourselves be taken advantage of in this situation. Because if we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. More important than that, if we are going to do any later dealings with this guy, he's going to use this situation as leverage for the future. In some manner. Not only that, but if he has any other contacts in the Hells, which he probably does, or more importantly, any contacts in other business, he'll be able to basically assert that we're willing to do things and willing to be scammed. Additionally, just in general, I don't want this guy not respecting us as, like, intelligent beings. I don't want to let him fully win a battle of wills in such a egregious fashion. Like, it is insane to not expect any money from this, right? We would be literally 2 IQ if we did not do that, at the very least. Considering what we are going to be undergoing for this whole operation, and more importantly, I think there is a level of we need him to think we are smart enough and capable enough to actually do this as a part of this. Because otherwise, I guarantee he's going to do something that is going to not make what we have sufficient.
My big brain
Because
play.
if you give him something as insurance, who cares if we die out there? Even if we have this valuable thing, it doesn't matter really to him ultimately. Not really. Because
Mel?
he now knows this thing. No, he now knows this thing is out there.
I
and he will
understand.
full of.
Mel? I got a really dumb idea.
Oh no.
Was it what you sent me?
No?
Okay.
Maybe partially. We can't do that exact anyway.
We need to act like we're not doing that at the very least.
Of course not. No. I'm. My big brain play is just leave.
I was going to chip in that, like, this guy doesn't seem like a too great of a person. And what would he do with a Bandersnatch, you know?
Yeah.
If it's captured, would he try and tame it and use it for fucking evil? Who's gonna stop this guy
That's what I was also
when he has a Bandersnatch?
I'm not gonna lie. Right at the moment, I realized it was a Rakshasa because I didn't want to weigh in because I don't want to influence, right? Like when I'm not there, especially. But and it's because this is a very important decision. giving anything to a Rakshasa is a bad idea, right?
I
For
also,
obvious
I
reasons.
also,
Giving
if I'm,
giving a Bandersnatch to a Rakshasa is quite possibly the worst idea
also,
you
I'm
can
gonna
make.
be honest. I don't think he thinks we can actually do it.
Oh, for sure, he doesn't think you can actually do it.
So
But if
whatever
there,
he's doing
but
is
if there's
going
an
to be beneficial to him and not to us in the
yeah,
long run.
yeah. But the thing is that I feel like he understands that he thinks there actually is a chance, and it's not at 1% for us to succeed.
Okay,
And
then here's
that's why he's even going through with even humoring the idea of giving us items to capture it.
also it helps him come up with a plan the more we talk with him.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm
I
gonna do. Hito actually stands up and sort of her. I assume we're seated for this, or if we're not, Hito just sort of bows to him and says, "Mister Axo, I appreciate your time, but frankly, the deal that you are offering us is insulting, and at this moment, I do not wish to discuss this any further. I believe that in this situation, it will require some time and reevaluation on your part to look at the cost benefits deficits of taking in this operation, whether or not you fully wish to or believe we're capable of it. I will bid you adieu for now. Perhaps later we can discuss this when you are more willing to give us the due payment we deserve for such an incredibly dangerous task. Come on, Kara.
Yes, I am unfortunately going to have to agree. The opportunity cost of performing this task, as
See
well
him
as
raise
the
a hand.
Hmm?
He raises a hand and speaks, saying, "Very well. Perhaps then we can approach this from the angle of a job in which you are paid, instead of one where two altruistic individuals have approached me seeking to rid the city of such a threat as they had originally posed. So let us change our viewpoints then."
Oh, that certainly wasn't an entire lie. There is a sense of altruism in this act, I assure you. But we are in a situation where the value of saving lives is certainly one that is not fully capable of compensation. You would not ask those who protect those you care for out of the goodness of their heart to not also at least be compensated for risking their lives. I'm certainly sure that you've employed people in the past to give aid to either you or others you care for or assets you care for.
I would ask the songbird.
Hmm.
The songbird would simply do it without need of compensation.
And do you believe that they are savvy for doing so? Do you believe, even if they are good of heart, that they are wise in presuming that that is not a situation in which they're taken advantage? Having a good heart does
Regardless,
not mean you should be willing to let someone get a better.
regardless to them,
Hmm.
it's but another tail to put under their belt. But, of course, you are not them, and they are not who I'm dealing with today.
Now the real question, Rega, is if we don't keep walking out on this guy, because
See
I
how much
think
money you
now.
can get out of this guy.
I
I
because I
feel
have
like if we
something I
don't walk out
want to
right
do,
now,
and if this occurs, I don't think I'll be able to do it.
yeah, I think, I think, I think we just by
Upon a
entering. Hey,
task
you
that
know
you
what?
guys are even
Just by
thinking of.
entering this room, Regef,
Mhm.
just by entering this room and seeing that this is a Rakshasa, he's already won. Because if we leave, we have a new enemy. But if we do it,
I
we're giving him something that's powerful.
I don't think he'd be an enemy per se. We just be a lost deal at that point.
Okay. What if we leave it open ended for him? What if I continue saying,
we'd be willing to consider the options, but
Mm,
GM, we don't have a. Is there? There's some like timepieces in here.
There's not a clock in here.
There's not a clock. Was there a
What?
clock in the other room?
There have been. There have been large, kind of grandfather clocks, usually adorned with some, once again, kind of gem that complements how they're made.
I
Do
think
they
here's
appear to be ticking in normal time?
I need a perception to try and remember, because there's none in here.
Gotcha. I got that. Wait, I can't. Fuck, my perception's a 2. Ugh.
I can. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't think that matters because if I know what you're trying to do, you're trying to basically assert that we don't have a lot of time to make the deal today and we'll come back later. I don't want to lie to this guy because he's going to know. So, my suggestion is saying, well, that is certainly a much more adequate way of doing things, I think. And your willingness to adapt in this situation is noted and appreciated. However, I believe that from a personal standpoint, today was not very productive in this discussion, and I wish to meditate on it a little. Think about the costs and benefits in the way that we were treated today, and we will come back at some point in the near future and reconvene at that. At the moment, I am in a situation where I find it difficult to continue with current negotiations. However, rest assured, you are still in our current interest, as I believe you do have what it takes to give us aid in this very, very challenging task. Once again, thank you for your time, Mr. Axa. We will be in touch. And I want to keep walking out with Kara.
I follow behind.
Hmm.
Is he gonna? Is
Can
he?
I receive a sense motive?
I don't have good.
Sure.
I'll try.
Not from me. I've been hearing Keto talk for
Not from me.
15.
All right, so he doesn't stop you any further. Doesn't really reply to that, and you were able to walk out and leave.
Fantastic.
I have a feeling we weren't going to have a job tomorrow.
Oh, certainly not. But listen, I
That just
have.
means we're at square one.
Well, not necessarily. Because I think that we have gotten another party interested in this Bandersnatch, which is something we can take advantage of. And more importantly, as we are leaving the establishment, after we get a couple blocks away, Ito turns to Kara and says, "I think we were going to get a raw deal no matter what."
It certainly did start to seem that way towards the end.
Still, I'm not completely keeping him out of my mind in this situation, although goodness knows if he's willing to reconsider for us, but that's neither here nor there right now. I have another idea for dealing with this, and it's a bit out of my...
I too have a thought of some way to deal with this.
Well, why don't you go first?
The Bandersnatch is currently fixated on you.
We are a couple blocks away at this point, as I've established. So
Yeah.
we're trying to keep a good distance between ourselves and this guy. Yes.
I recreate the carriage, by the way.
Okay. You're in the carriage. Is this
Car-
physically spoken or bonded mine?
I think this
Bonded
is
mine.
I don't think we're wanting to. Right. Well, it did injure you.
He did injure me, but I don't believe the Bandersnatch will consider me very interesting prey.
Either way, yes, it will be tracking you. Kara, your pause is scary. You said you
Sorry, I
had it
didn't
covered.
hear you.
Oh no, I said, but that. Well, that is fair. Yes, it will be tracking. Why? What is your idea?
My thought is, what if we diverted its attention?
Once it's picked, if I remember what you said earlier, once it's picked a target, it's not going to stop.
Well, I'm assuming Bandersnatches want to go for the most interesting prey mostly.
Yeah.
Perhaps it would. Sorry, this is mere conjecture, but I believe with its above average intelligence, it may be able to be reasoned with. As a theoretical, it's not something to dismiss as a possibility.
Kara, can I be perfectly honest?
Yes.
I don't think it was trying to hunt me in the tradition. Do we have music? Oh, yes, we do. It is quiet. I will
Yeah,
turn
we
it
do.
up again.
It's
Sorry.
spooky.
I have a idea of what it's wanting. I believe it not kill me. Or best, I believe that it wants to speak. I
No,
can't.
Mel, could you speak a little closer?
Just speak a
Oh,
little.
sorry. Is it? I'm
It's
being
really
quiet.
quiet.
Sorry. I do not believe that it is trying to hunt me in the traditional sense. It's not trying to kill me. It's not trying to best me. Or at least not in the traditional sense. I believe it's wanting to speak with me, whether it's to taunt me or to make me feel insignificant, I'm not sure, but I believe that my life is not necessarily in danger. There's something else on the line.
There is also another thing that we must consider.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we do not agree to do a job for him, he's not going to forget about the Bandersnatch's existence.
No.
I think he may send another. And I think I may know who he's going to send.
Oh?
I mean, you heard him say it himself. What greater story than that of a Bandersnatch?
Ah, so you believe he's going to send in the head of the songbird then?
I believe it is a possibility.
Hmm.
Now, the
So-
question is, do we want to let them deal with it? Or do we want to get there first?
So, at that mention, we will jump off to back. We'll get to Rin in a moment, but still an equally
Sorry that took so
relevant.
long, gamers.
No,
Sorry,
but
It's fine.
still an equally relevant thing to the Order of the Songbird. Back to
you are in the.
Kagi is in the Order of the Songbird. It's the twist of the century.
Yeah, I'm act-
Kagi, you're
Kagi
robbing
is
the
in
leader's house.
Kagi is in the leader's house. Calling it.
Oh wait, fuck it. It's back to me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's back to you.
All
So-
right.
You
I was about to break into the. No, wait. West room was the kids' room. I'm in the first. I'm in the first floor now.
just finished that, and you were heading down to the first floor after checking the rooms upstairs and knocking out the dog.
Yes.
Oh,
Let me see. So, where did? Okay, so yeah, coming down to this first floor, you see that it leads into a hallway with a few other rooms at the side, and then out into another living room from there. Past that, past that in this hallway, there are tables with vases on them. And in this hallway, there are, let me see, 3 other doors.
What's behind door number 1?
Let's see. So, I suppose the closest door to you.
Yeah.
Looking into this one, this seems to be a bathroom of sorts. There is a large kind of tub with no water in it at the moment.
Hmm.
Several wash items within.
Yeah. Okay. This is. I guess I'll just do a quick perception check. Just taking a quick look.
Let's see. You have already taken some of their clothing, and you can see within here that there are a few more sets of robes. Still not on the side.
Am I really petty enough to steal a bathrobe?
Yo, wear the bathrobe.
I'm putting it on. I'm just leaving. I'm just gonna leave the bathrobes there. What's behind door number 2?
Let's see. Door number 2. So, hey, you said, Lord, phrasing it like that. My brain just went their new Lamborghini.
Oh, hey.
No.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. So, behind this door, you see in here kind of looks to be perhaps general storage of some things. Looks like well, we'll still work off that perception since just 3 doors. Yeah.
Oh.
Looking in here, you see that it's a lot of general purpose kind of items, but some of these are magical items, sort of nothing kind of strong and powerful, but they. Do you have detect magic or
Nope.
Arcana?
Nope.
They don't look to be incredibly fancy in terms of like, oh man, this is a staff of 100 fireballs or anything like that. There are some wands in here. There are some potions. A lot of basic things kind of sitting around.
Me and Car are gonna have a lot to talk about tonight. I am going to yoink the wands and then the potions. I'm also gonna make another perception check to make sure that nothing is moving inside the house, to make sure I'm like the only person in it.
Okay, 25. Let me see. Looking around, you don't see anything else moving particularly, but looking kind of out, making sure no one else is here, you see past this hallway, down in the main room, that there is a very large set of armor kind of on display in there. And it's a really nice and ornate set of armor, probably even magical, but something also seems just kind of off about it. It seems like it's in the center of the room, which feels very odd. You assume, like design-wise, you place it against the wall, but it's just looking at it, something's giving you weird vibes.
You walked into the house, the leader of the Order of the Song? Or you actually did it. You actually did this.
Okay. Don't remember, I'm in disguise right now as just a simple thief. So, balls. Okay. I think I actually do have a way to verify what this thing is. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna. Kelly's gonna do this at first. Hold on. I'm gonna use a new void breathing ability called Paradox. I will do anything for golden candy, Mel.
That's not what I said.
Now with this, I gain the abilities of both haste and displacement for 4 rounds.
Okay.
See? And now, using this ability, like now that this ability is in play, Kaguya is going to. What do I do?
I mean, I think when you use all this, you just run for it, try to get it. If you get, like, got, you can just use your run to just leave with haste. Like, you have so much movement speed, you could literally run upstairs.
Yeah, no,
and book it.
I'm fast as fuck right now.
And where are you doing this? In the room or in the hallway?
I guess like, cause it's it's just in the middle of the room, right?
Yes.
Does it have any weapons on it?
Let me see. It does have a blade at its side.
Does it like? Can I sense motive the armor?
You can, but are you doing that before or after you've paradoxed?
After.
Okay. And you've done this in the hallway or the room?
Like sense motive or paradox?
Paradox.
Paradox. Or I do that in the room.
Okay. Stepping up, the armor is on the ground.
Wait, what?
When you step out of the room after using Paradox, though you heard nothing, you see the armor is on the ground as though it has fallen off of its off of the rack that was holding it, and the rack is gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. God damn it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go at this thing, whatever it is. I feel like someone's in there now, and I'm scared. All right. Yeah, Kage just rushes the armor, and I'm going to use. I'm just gonna. Oh wait, I made a mistake. Only use the first attack because since I'm running at it and punching it.
You run in there. You see the armor clattered on the ground, and you start hitting it. It clangs and bangs.
I only used one attack on.
Yeah, so yeah, it clangs, and that part of it kind of like rattles and like rolls across the room away from you.
Kagi's looking at the armor like, is there anything inside of it?
Nope.
I look at the armor. How nice is it?
It's very nice armor, especially after hitting it. You're pretty sure it's magical.
I think you just fell for a substitution no jutsu technique.
I'm going to perception. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like there was something in it, and now there isn't. I'm gonna perception one more time to see if I notice anything. 31.
Let me see.
Caleb's rolling.
Fuck.
Oh no!
Why can I not find things? There we go.
I swear to God, if Archer's here and he's just fucking with me.
If they're here, I'm going to laugh my fucking ass off.
No, Archer. Like, you little cock.
Looking around, you get a very unsafe feeling. You start to assess the situation. The armor is on the floor. However, the kind of armor rack that was holding it's gone. Though looking around, you see now the weapon's gone too. So you don't see anything looking around at the ceiling and all around you, but you have this very kind of uneasy there's an uneasy presence in the house at the moment, basically. So, at this point, I'm gonna have to ask for initiative.
Oh
God.
no!
Yep. Someone's in here.
Oh,
Easy.
that's actually
Easy
worse
money.
because you don't know where they are, and now they're acting last.
Insane. I see. Oh, I love the enemy question mark, question mark, question mark. It's my favorite enemy. Okay.
Around it? I don't know, because you're not going to be able to do anything until you know where it is.
Yeah.
How many rounds of haste do you have left?
3 rounds.
Okay.
So I could just run, but I don't feel like running right now.
How
Let me see.
un-ninja-like?
Let's see. Remember, Kaguya is only half a ninja.
Oh yeah, the other half is a brawler, I see.
No, the other half is a fighter. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to make another perception check to try to figure out where this guy is. Do I get any sort of benefit from him not wanting the initiative?
Let me see here. So, hmm. I'll give you a sort of scaling bonus if you can give me like perhaps either things you're looking for, specific places that you're looking. If it's well enough of a guess and such, then I'll give you a bonus.
Okay.
How are you looking? Where are you looking? Give me the details here.
What's the floor made out of here?
The
What kind of flooring is it? Is it carpet or is it like wooden paneling?
It looks to be wooden paneling. Very nice and smooth. Of a varnish on it.
Mm,
Something... I don't want to backseat, actually. I just had an idea, but...
Do you have any see invisibility abilities?
not in the slightest.
Oof.
I don't get those. I don't get those till later.
I don't think they're
I
invisible.
have like 2, I'm so sorry.
One,
What's up?
smooth floor.
Like what?
It's smooth floor, right? Smooth varnished. But whoever was on that, or whatever was on that stand moved really quick. And with such speed, it would make an impact. What if there were any, like, noticeable depressions in the floor, scuffs in the floor? Because they would have to leave quickly.
That's what I maybe, but that's a very amateurish move. But I'm
It's the
gonna.
best you got, though.
Yeah. At this point, I'm looking for a distortion in the air. But I don't know how good invisibility is in this world, to the naked eye. So, I'm just This will just be a blind perception check.
Well, what is the what is the specifics here? What are you looking at? What are you looking for? What's the final answer?
I would say go for the floor. That's your best bet.
I have an idea. Okay. So like the armor stand, like the one thing that was holding it up, it disappeared, right?
Yes, that armor
Completely disappeared. Okay.
Yeah, you don't see it anymore.
How did the armor fall?
That's a good question. Looking at the
Like-
armor, you know what? Sense motive. You can give me a sense motive for the armor. This is not too hard. Oh wow. So from what you can tell, especially with that, it's been made to look like the armor fell off, but you can tell with how it's actually on the ground, it was almost taken off and put down on the ground.
He never moved. I'm going to perception check the area where the stand was. And if that's wrong, then it's wrong.
Stand up?
Checking where the stand was, you can see, like, obviously there's smooth and varnished floor all around, but about where that is, you can notice that as well along the floor, there is an area with a bit of dust, I suppose, gathered around it that you can notice, especially with a 30 perception, back at a far wall where you could tell, yeah, this is where the armor stand was originally. That's where, like, you would have put it in a house like this, that's where it actually was, and it's thus moved over to here. But where it now is and was when you had last seen it, that area doesn't have the same smooth varnish. And looking at it in depth, you can tell that this unsmooth, unvarnished area isn't just exclusive to right there. It actually kind of stretches out some into a shape.
I'm gonna attack that area.
Uh,
And I'm going to evict the thought this moving attack, I suppose.
you see?
Just one off a crit.
So you strike the ground, and as you strike this area, you see as the shape itself moves and thus comes out almost of the wood varnishing, and what you see come out is actually the armor stand twisted into a humanoid form.
What the fuck?
You smack it, and you see as it kind of rolls back and away from you, and it has the armor's weapon with it. As that's then the armor's turn.
Now, wait.
Been playing-
Constructs don't have to make fortitude checks around stunning effects, right? Or do they?
They do not make they do not make
Okay.
those kind of checks.
Okay.
But you did hit it fairly well.
Is there
Yes?
music supposed to be playing?
There is. Can everyone see that?
I see it, but it says 0 out of 0. Okay.
I'll say I can hear.
I can hear
I'll
it.
be low. Sorry.
So you see this kind of wooden golem roll away from your attack and is thus now kind of standing in a position to go against you. Perhaps it seems to be perhaps some magical form of home defense system.
How did I 0 IQ this creature's location?
You did it. What you did was smart.
Okay. Well, it's got its turn now, so let's see if it can even has a chance to hit me.
So let's see. Okay, so it's going to make its attack. It quick draws the blade out, and this is its attack roll. Does that hit?
I immediate action.
Oh.
I've never used both these abilities in conjunction with each other, so this is a very heavy toll on my ki. I activate Perfect Mind, which for 1 round, right, until my next round ends, I gain several stat bonuses, specifically +4 to my attack, +4 to my AC, and +7 to my damage.
So I assume that would thus make that miss.
Yes.
So yeah, it draws its blade and attempts to swipe it at you. However, I suppose how does Kara avoid this?
Kaguya, I'm assuming then is it slashing for my neck?
It's kind of going neck shoulder area.
You see, Kaguya very. Can I wait? Actually, I want to do one more thing as well. We're gonna roll a D2, Caleb, or I'm gonna roll one. 1 or 2. Make your which number do you pick?
I picked 2.
All right, then it'll hit me on a 2. Then the attack would have gone through on a 2. Then it does not, because you see, Paradox also grants me the ability of displacement, which makes that all attacks against me have a 50% chance to miss. So Kaguya did absolutely nothing as this thing tried to swipe at her, and the blade just went cleanly through him, but it didn't hit anything.
Okay.
So I'm going to that, and since And since I can't actually give this thing any sort of stun penalty, I'm just going to Flurry of Blows it.
All right.
Okay? And this is with added bonus damage as well as haste. So, okay. And let me make the haste attack.
Let's see. 25. Okay. So you lay into this wooden golem. All of these attacks hit, and you essentially beat this thing down into splinters. And you see, kind of as it shambles and turns into nothing, the sword rolls away.
God damn it.
And when it does, it glows a bit. You see another hand start to rise from the wood and grab it.
Can I... I'm going to make a... Oh, God.
You still
Can
have
I turn the
push back.
grappling hook the weapon? No. I don't... actually...
That's not a bad idea.
No, but it's a... I can't grappling hook it because that would be like a standard action.
Stand.
Say... Nah, there's nothing I can do here.
Can you not sunder it?
No, that again, I only have a move action available to me. So... Actually... Let me think for a moment, actually. What kind of action this is? Because I haven't done this in a while. Never mind. Okay. Kaguya is going to... How far away did it move from me?
Just about 5 feet.
Dude, can I attempt to step on the sword so that it can't drag it away?
Sure. I'll allow that.
I'll do that then.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you see this hand that grabs it, tries to kind of push out, and you suppose, in a way, get free from the ground, still with the sword in hand. Give me an opposed strength check, I guess. I think that'd be the best thing for it. Actually, I guess it'd be a technical bull rush maneuver.
Oh, okay.
So it try and hit your CMB then.
Okay. Does not hit my CMD.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
My CMD is regularly is a 36.
Alright, so yeah, you feel as it kind of lowers back into the ground and it tries to push up with the sword to knock you off it. To no avail, however. That's all that.
Okay, I have a question of and you're free to say, no, fuck you, Juan, you can't do that. When it attempts to get free of me and try to pull back, Kaguya is going to jump up to the ceiling, and then using the force of my legs, I'm going to then launch myself to the floor to see if I can break through, because I feel like there's a basement here.
Sure. You can give me...
I feel it's acrobatics and then bull rush, I want to say.
You definitely have the acrobatics to do this, so I'll give that to you. But I'll allow, I'll allow CMB check to attempt to bull rush.
This is my acrobatics. Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm now going... Okay, by the way, I don't have improved bull rush or anything with speed tax does not give me improved bull rush, so I do take a free L here. But this is my CMB check.
Let me see, 21. That is kind of exactly its CMB. So, you jump up and then land back down on this thing, and you feel the floor kind of give under you. And the not just the area you've slammed down on gives, but essentially the entire floor of this floor goes down into this basement section. And you see every section of flooring that has broken off looks to be sort of kind of a wooden golem with the back of it in the shape of a wooden panel. So almost everything fit into this floor was a golem. But only the one with the sword seems to be moving at the moment.
Oh, hell. Oh, God damn it.
It is not expecting that, so yeah, it has been pushed down into here, and it's thus prone. It does get an attack of opportunity, but didn't have a good hold on the sword, so it's gonna... As y'all are going down.
Bro, I just wanted to yoink some stuff from some rich guy's house. Now I'm having a fucking Ruby battle.
Man, the rich people can afford that magic shit.
Fair enough.
No, so yeah, it fails to punch you as it's going down and simply tumbles.
Wait, was that 24th attack?
Yes, that was its attack roll.
Let's roll the displacement.
Yeah.
Or actually, wait a minute, never mind. I forgot, haste is still in effect. I think I got it for one more round. Before I have to activate the ability again, so yeah, never mind. Okay. I'm assuming it doesn't have improved unarmed attack, right?
Let me see. It does.
Oh, it does? Okay. I go for the sword, actually. Is it on the ground, or is it like in the clutches or something?
It still has a death grip hold on this sword.
I'm going to...
That was its attack of opportunity, though. So
Okay.
this is its turn.
Okay, so this is what I will do then. Wait, fuck! You can't feign a fucking golem, right? Or can you?
Yeah, you can't.
Can't. Okay. I'm going to attempt to disarm it then, and take the blade.
Well, it will act beforehand. It is standing up, which is an attack of opportunity itself.
Mm-hmm. I also wish to state that I do have the Death Maneuvers feat, which does give me improved disarm. Okay.
Can you disarm as an attack of opportunity?
Well, no, I'm going to strike it first, and then I'm gonna get the free hit, and then I'm gonna attempt to disarm.
Oh no, what I'm saying is it's its turn at the moment.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is getting up, and you do have an attack of opportunity. And technically, you can't have an attack of opportunity, but I don't care too much.
I'm pretty sure I can't kill it in one hit.
Let's see. No, sneak attack would actually No, yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, that wouldn't apply. So yeah, you sock this, leave a large indent into its wooden frame, kind of busted a hole in it, but it is still standing. And thus then with its turn, it itself is going to... Where did this go? You see it grab the sword with both hands and sort of focus, and it uses... where'd it go? Yeah, so you see it use a ninja trick itself. You see as it splits into multiple different wooden golems.
Oh my god.
Each appear to be holding the sword.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking goddamn it. Okay.
So
does it do anything from
it
there?
is thus under mirror image. I believe that's a standard action. And its move action.
How many clones did it create?
Right, let me see. Just one. So just one. Just one. He kind of got a little fucked up falling down here, but he is thus going to then 5-foot step towards you. I think, yeah.
Man, this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles campaign's really starting to pop off.
Truly. So now
Truly.
that's you, Kaguya.
Okay. Damn. It's been 4 rounds now. Or wait.
No, you
How
have
many-
1 round left. This is the last one.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's been 2 rounds.
Good. Okay.
Only 2.
Jesus.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm watching the ant art.
All right. With this stepping forward, right? I'm going to simultaneously attack with both arms. I'm gonna essentially palm strike each of them in the chest to see which one's the real one. And this is part of. This is gonna sound a little complicated. This is all part of the flurry of blows, right?
Okay.
Tell me, right? When do I get a hit with my attacks? Does a 20 hit?
Let me see. A 20 just misses.
Okay.
It has 21.
Okay. So with the this is how I'm gonna explain, right? With the 28 and the 25, I'm going to gauge which one is the real one, right? Because I strike with both.
Okay, so you're intentionally trying to strike both.
Yes.
Let me
And then-
see. Well,
yeah.
hold on, actually.
Mhm.
The first attack didn't miss by 5 or more,
That's
so
true.
you still hit the clone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Then with my 5th attack, I'm going to attempt to disarm the creature. So this is my disarm attempt. 32.
Alright. So let me see. So you still hit with the second attack in the key pool, and the 5th attack is instead of disarm.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me see.
Now
You
now let's see if the stand activates.
You put 2 more hits in this thing. Still barely standing, but riddled with holes. And with your 5th one, as it's kind of recovering from those strikes, you quickly kind of grab the handle and steal it from this thing. And
As
you see
I
as it,
do that,
go ahead.
I'm going to give a final unarmed strike to attempt to like break it, I suppose.
Alright, that hits without the sword. It thus is technically flat-footed, so... Yeah, you then destroy that one. As you take the sword. Let me see, so... Which hand has the sword?
I mean, it's your dominant one, surely, right?
Yeah, Kagi is right-handed and her left arm is her metal arm, so I'm going to assume I've taken the sword with my right hand. The natural hand.
Okay. So let's see. You take the sword. That hand. It continues to glow for a moment until this glow that it has just fades away.
Do any of the other puppets move?
You do not see any of them move while it's in your possession.
Kagi Kagi looks up at the fucking destroyed floor.
Oh yeah,
How-
that made some noise.
Can I get a rough reference of the radius of the hole I just made?
The entire floor of the living room.
Oh, the whole floor is gone.
The
Remember,
whole
the entire floor. What is essentially these constructs in disguise? Constructs in disguise, and breaking through that one basically made the whole little puzzle piece Jenga setup they had keeping them there fall down into here.
Take that shit and run. Take the armor and the sword and run.
The armor is. You do have the sword. The armor is kind of down among wooden construct bodies. You'd have to take a little time to dig for it.
Kagi is like thinking for a moment. Okay, I'm going to. All right, let me take a look at the sword real fast. No, I don't got time. Is the sword in the scabbard? Where is the scabbard located? Dear God.
The scabbard is nearby, but it itself is not in its scabbard. But yeah, you know after it's swiped at you those couple times.
Rough.
So,
Like what type of weapon is it roughly?
let me see. What is the relative thing for this? That's what I need. Another tab. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So this is. It looks like an odd long sword.
Neat. I take the. I go and retrieve the scabbard. At this point, I don't. No, I don't trust myself with enough time to get the armor. I sheath the sword, right, and I attach it to my hip. Does it try to like fly away when I let go of it, or?
Let's see. So you attach it to your hip.
Yeah.
Let me see. It doesn't try to fly away, but it starts to glow again.
Kaguya grabs it.
It stops.
Oh, god damn it. Kaguya. Alright, pause for a second. Fuck you, Caleb. Alright, unpause. I run back upstairs to where, cause I've already taken jewelry, clothing, wands, and potions galore. At this point, I just have to take the safe bet, and I'm going to run and get the box from the bed. So that's what I do. The moment I run upstairs and I get to the top, I'm going to just throw the bed off the like off where it was to try to get to the box.
Dog is on the bed. You did place the dog on the bed. So if you throw the bed, you throw dog too. Just making sure.
I'm so sorry, dog. I throw the whole ass bed.
Okay. You throw the whole bed. Yeah. So in there is the box. I should note this box is a fairly large box. Not like you can't carry it out. It's just you'd be holding it pretty dedicatedly with an arm.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna attempt to open it. Is it locked?
It's not locked. You open it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there is a. I didn't expect to explain this in such a situation, but you throw this box open. Inside is what looks to be a skull. The skull is adorned with multiple things of jewelry all about. And there's quite a few other things just kind of in this box with this skull.
How big is the box again?
Like I said, it's let me get a good idea of dimensions here.
Oh man,
I
fucked up.
You desecrating a grave plot?
Brigev, I have no idea what the fuck is up, bro. Did you just watch the anime battle I just had?
Think it's like
Absolutely, I did, but I think you
think like a large men's shoebox.
Oh,
Maybe like two of them.
I close it again. Fuck. And I'm gonna place both of the giant shoe boxes in the bag in the minor.
It's one box. It's just the size of like two shoe boxes.
Okay. Yeah, I take it and I put it in the bag of holding minor. And at this point, I'm fucking dipping out the window it came in through.
All right, you jump out this window. At this point, you see.
I don't jump out. I peek. Wait, let me calm myself down. I peek out. What does Kaguya see?
Looking out, you can see that there are some people, neighbors and whatnot, starting to kind of leave their house, kind of in an initial state of wondering what the fuck was that noise.
Caleb.
And a couple are wandering over to the house.
Hey, Caleb. I was on my way home, right? Would I run down the street?
You were on your way home, and the shortest path would likely be through the house forward. So, Rin,
Yeah?
as you're on your way, as you're passing through this nice little garden area, There is a
Jesus.
big clattering noise, like something just fell down and collapsed, and whatever it was, it does not sound right for what noises should be happening in such a peaceful area.
Okay, can I roll perception to see which house it came from, like the clattering or noise?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
see. 18. So, especially with some of the people kind of getting out and looking out, like their combined perceptions, also knowing where it is and kind of guiding you, you know the general area where that house is. Uh, so you're able to start making your way there.
As I see all these people, Kaguya thinks to herself, "Wow, this could not have gone any worse than well, I'm alive and I haven't taken a hit, so I guess it's not as bad." But
Still have the sword, by the
it-
way?
Kaguya's thinking, "Yeah, I'm basically holding on to it."
Both your hands are in use at the moment. Oh no, right, you put the box
No.
in the bag holdings. Right, you have a
Yes.
free hand.
Yeah. So Kaguya, with her looking around, okay, she activates. I'm gonna activate Paradox to give me simply just like 40 seconds of extra speed, and I'm also going to activate Vanishing Trick to make myself invisible.
Are those both okay? One's a swift, one's a standard. All right, go on.
Yep. And then as that happens, I'm going to move action, climb very sneaky. I'm gonna try to get out out the hole I came in through, and I'm going to try to, yeah, I guess think fitting through the hole would take up a whole action. Let me also give you an escape artist check.
Yeah, I
to
will
fit
need
through.
I will need a climb check.
Right.
You are trying to climb down single-handedly.
Can I give you an acrobatics?
If you're jumping.
But will that break the window?
Well, that's a good question. If you do it good enough, it probably won't. If you fail, you will break the window.
Okay. This is my escape artist.
Do you let me know which one you're doing so I can go get these DCs?
I'm going to attempt to acrobatics my way out the window. Is it only acrobatics or also escape artist?
It would just be acrobatics or climb in this instant.
Here's my acrobatics check. Oh man, I don't want to, bro. No, I just saw the
DC.
future. I'm gonna net one.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Let's see. Base with the width of this window, we're starting at a base of 10 here. Let's see. And you're trying to jump from first to second story. Is priority not taking damage from the jump, or is priority not breaking the window?
Priority is not breaking the window.
Okay, got
It is
it.
okay if I if I take a little bit of pain from this. Kage's used to this.
Break a leg or two, you know. A ninja doesn't cry. That's what Koken
Just
always
don't
said.
cry. As Kaguya's crying.
No.
15, and you're jumping out. Okay. So this would be DC of 23.
So you made it.
I see.
Yep.
20. Okay, so yeah, you're just able to get out. You kind of almost nick some parts of the window, and as you land, it kind of almost gives you this bit of fear that you did like kind of break open some of the window paneling and whatnot on your way out. But thankfully, it seems to be all good and intact. As well, do give me a stealth check with the invisibility bonus.
That would be at a plus 20 because I'm moving.
Okay.
Here's my stealth check. That is a 53.
53. Okay. So, Ren, you arrive here. You see that people have kind of come out and are looking at this one house. Sort of perhaps the source. There's a bit of dust billowing through here and there.
I'm gonna rest my hand on the blade. Oh.
Oh no, especially and a couple people make way for you as you come by, since you are displaying Order of the Songbird.
Yeah, I'm going to. First, I'm gonna ask look at one of the civilians. Do you know what happened here?
I don't know. I was in my house and it just that noise happened. Did you hear it?
Yes, I did. Wait right there. Don't get any closer to the building. And I'm gonna rest my hand on my blade and draw it, and go through the front door.
Kaguya as well at this point. You see Rin approaching the front door. And Rin, you probably cannot pass that DC, but you could still give a perception check if you
You
wish.
can always try, Tiny.
can
Nat 20
There's
does
no
beat me here.
way.
And
Nat 20 doesn't beat anything.
No.
It doesn't, but you can see.
What happened?
So let's see.
Does the
so where are you
perception let
going?
me see anything suspicious on the building? Perhaps any windows that
So,
seem open or out of place.
Looking at the building as you approach, you see that the top floor window, unlike the others, doesn't actually have the glass itself in there.
How far is it?
It's a good 15-foot climb.
15 feet? It's
Wouldn't-
not too far. I'm going to. I know that the fighting is happening somewhere inside the building. So I'm going to try and, I guess, perceive through the building. If that's fun.
The front door.
Yeah. So I'm going to activate my my void breathing style. Echoes of the Abyss.
hold on, I'm gonna. Did Rin move anywhere near me when she did this?
I'm trying to.
Let's see. Well, you know what? Give me one quick second.
Okay. As far as I can tell, you did not go out a front-facing window, right? That would make sense. Rena's at the front.
Yeah.
So you went out a window probably to like the side,
The
either the right or
side.
the left.
It's a bit to the side, but it's not incredibly far.
And I'm gonna say this while invisible, as Rin approaches, Kagi is going to try to stealthily like move away and to just try to essentially just leave the scene of the crime.
Here, let me see. Get some relative things done here.
Oh, we're
Quick.
doing this?
Oh
Quick
boy.
draw scene of this. All right.
Alright, let's see the Phoenix right map.
How big is the
Where did
building?
the scene of the
in
crime
width and
happen?
length?
Where did the murder
Doug.
happen?
How big is the building in width and length?
Wait, also, do we have music?
See, what I
no.
don't understand, Caleb, is if the burglar came in through this window, how did he leave the building without without leaving
Oh,
his
did Gumfuck not give you the updated
Okay,
You didn't realize there was a second hole, Tiny?
85 feet by 85 feet? No, 95 feet. Okay. So, this is the front area, right?
Yeah, I'll be marking things real quick. Let me just, where is this?
So basically, if I would see the broken window, I would activate blind sense, basically, to see through the walls, to just kind of scan on the inside as I walk around.
But the window isn't broken, Tiny.
No, I did find one of the broken windows.
We found one of the cut windows. I don't
Yeah.
break stuff. You see, I have skills. I will say though, right? Yeah, you have 10 feet of blind sense at the moment.
I'm marking blue as per the windows.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Okay. And on what side is the entrance, King?
Let's see. Hold on.
We
One
really
there,
are just
then
doing
there.
this.
I'll mark red as the front door entrance.
And I'm assuming this window that you didn't make was the one that was open, yes?
The one that I didn't make is just a window that is not there. So, the one broken into. Hold on. I'm going to take it and shade it a dark blue.
Okay.
Okay.
And the one Kaguya left through them would be this one, I believe.
Yeah, probably, most likely. So I guess
So I'll
I'll
be,
place
like,
a
right
Kaguya.
Okay. So I would see the broken window, activate the blind sense, to just kind of scout out the area as I kind of walk through it.
Okay. So, you're heading in through the broken window?
Yeah, I can't climb that.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. You're heading into the front door then.
Oh,
Yeah,
should we
so-
have an initiative order, I suppose?
So basically, what I'm
hmm.
wait, this is the broken one, right? Or not the broken one, but the
Nah.
one with the hole in it.
Yeah, that's the one with the hole.
Yeah.
That's the one that had its panes removed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just walk around and just kind of see if I can find anything on the inside. Like anything still moving, like if there's a dog or anything when I'm walking around the outside.
And as well, I'm not doing initiative because you are on the other side of the building.
Yeah.
You essentially will be getting away, so this is more of police investigation of the crime scene.
No.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because I think if you wanted to leave, yeah, you don't have time to cover your tracks, really.
Yeah, unless you're planning to try and go in and
While Rin is in
cover
there.
things up while Rin is in there, then we'll switch to initiative. Otherwise, you can get away right now.
Yeah, you can leave.
What tracks? But Kaguya's like trying to think right now. Okay, in her thinking right now, Kaguya's like, I didn't leave obvious traps or obvious indicators that it was me. And
Mhm.
Rin doesn't really know about that side of me. Kaguya's thinking, like,
Phew.
did I leave anything incriminating?
I think you destroyed pretty much anything that would be
No,
directly.
don't ruin the mystery.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So,
think you probably-
Kaguya will simply just with her like 100 of movement
Through
will
the
just.
front?
Oh
Well,
well.
she is invisible
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're invisible.
and has
I-
paste on.
Yeah. So with my like
Okay,
80
you go
feet
out
of
top,
movement.
I go out bottom, okay?
Alright.
We just pass each other in different scenes.
Kaguya thinking to herself, "Sorry, Ren, but I can't get caught today." And she disappears.
So using the blind sense 10 feet out, I don't see anything, obviously, right? Doing the
Looking
perimeter
through, you can you can just kind of sense that'd be 15 feet up. I'll say you can barely get that there's a dog upstairs.
sweep. Okay.
Oh, thank God the dog's okay.
The dog's okay. I'm gonna
Alright.
open the door.
I was about to say, like, me just tossing the dog around won't kill it.
You do find that the door is locked. However, there is obviously something bad going on here. You could just
I mean, they
kind
can
of
pay for the
make your
door. I break it down.
Okay. Break the door open, head on inside, because there's some sort of heinous crime going in here. Heading in, you can get about 15. No, hold on. Yeah, you can get about 10 feet in before you see that the main living room that this leads out into, entire floor is gone.
Oh.
Dropped down into a big basement. You see that there is a lot of what looks like kind of still wooden statues that look like they have very flat backs. Looks like they kind of made up the floor. But
Okay. I'm going to, I guess, see. I guess can I roll a sense motive to see what would destroy the floor here? Look at the, I guess the bruise marks. No, that's not the good word. That's not a good word. The damage on these wooden golems or constructs.
that'd be actually, I think, a perception. Sense motive could
Okay.
give you perhaps an idea of maybe what went on here. Perception
Nah,
will give
I
you.
would say to make the differentiation between like an attack with a blunt weapon and an unarmed strike should be fairly high, considering that like when Kaguya punches, not much is
Oh, I
intended
just
to be
want to
left
see if
remaining.
it was like some sort of explosion that went here. But yeah, that's better.
Mm,
Attack like a blunt
no,
weapon.
it seems.
something like-
So from what you can tell, no, there wasn't an explosion. It seems it's just the floor that was damaged and affected here. It seemed you would just take it that because of this weird setup that they have for their main room flooring, perhaps it just wasn't as good as they thought and fell. But then you look down and you see that there is like some of these wooden statues that are in different positions. They've got big holes in them. There's one with big holes in it, and then there's just some general wood chips on the ground from something being generally destroyed, and that kind of raises a bit of suspicion to you.
Okay. I'm gonna inspect that. How much force was pushed onto this? Like, was it something massive? Was it a giant creature, or was this calculated like someone using a hammer or something like that?
With what you can tell, massive creature could obviously always do this, but you think there'd be more signs if it was a massive creature, perhaps some more things broken and whatnot, some footprints. You think almost it was a coordinated strike that made it fall down. It seems that this was held together very well, and it would take some doing to kind of get this whole floor section to collapse.
Okay. So the one that's the most damaged, does it look like it was also part of the floor?
So do you head down there to look at it, I guess, or
Yeah.
are you still going to do it?
I'm gonna head down to see like the most damaged ones.
Okay. So heading down there among all of these, looking at the one with the holes in it, yeah. You can see that the backside of it also has this general flatness to it, so it seems as though, yes, it was part of the floor, though the fact that it's not in this same position as the others kind of probably says that something either made it animate or that this one's just different.
Okay, so this one seems special, I guess, that it was animated, and it seems to be deactivated. Can I attempt to repair it with make whole?
Yeah, that could repair it.
Okay.
Fuck, there's a witness now.
It's a construct one.
No, I know. I'm making a meme.
Which spell slot is fucking? Oh god, I don't know.
Big one. Big one. It's like level 3.
Oh, it's level 2. Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
Nice caster level 2.
Oh, natty 20, natty
Nice.
20. What is true intention?
Let's see.
Oh, it only restores 1d4? Wow.
Is
Because they
hold on.
they
This
break at
not-
0 and they don't have negative hit points, right?
Or do they?
And restores
This
magic
is-
properties if the caster level is at least twice.
This would be a D6 though, as it is a construct. See, the spell repairs a D6 hit points of damage per level when cast on a construct.
Per
Oh,
level.
per level.
Okay, so
that's
8d6.
maximum 5d6. So,
Okay. You want me to roll it?
yeah, you can roll me 5d6.
Wait, it's 1d6 per damage. Wait, damage per level. Oh, wait, what level is this then? Like,
No, per your
per-
level.
oh, per
sorry.
my
Yeah,
level.
level as in
5d6.
caster level.
We'll do
Yeah,
a max of 5.
Okay.
yeah, max of 5d6. 18. Okay. So you can tell this thing's taken quite a heavy beating, as when you cast this, you repair a fair bit of the damage to it, but you don't completely heal it up.
Ooh.
But you can get some core parts of it still back intact. You can get its head regular, and you can seal up some of the hole in its chest.
Okay, yeah, I fix up its head and get its chest cavity a little less bare. And I'm gonna just kind of inspect this. Is this on now, or is it still not working?
it still doesn't seem to be moving. You suppose there's probably some kind of condition or trigger for it.
Okay. Can I roll detect magic to see what the condition is?
Sure. I think detect magic will give you the magic enchantments. I'm not sure if it gives you that.
It doesn't give you. You need identify to get like specific abilities.
Oh, okay.
All you can get from this is just the type of magic on it.
If you do have spellcraft, you can attempt to use that to kind of
Do I?
more accurately identify the magic on it.
Oh, I do have spellcraft, but it's pretty bad. Yeet.
Let's see. 18?
Not bad.
That's not bad.
Hmm.
Well, let's see what you can get. So from what you can tell, these constructs have 3 specific triggers, and you can get two of them.
Okay.
You can get that for these to trigger. The first trigger is that owner of the house cannot be present. Anyone who counts as owner basically can't be present. And the second trigger is that obviously, for them to come up and wake up like this, someone not designated as the owner, a sentient humanoid, has to be in the house while, they're not there and haven't approved of.
Oh, so it's definitely some sort of robbery or murder going on in here. And it had to have been a serious one because of all the damage that happened. And Rin seems not scared, but she actually is smiling. She seems a little giddy as she says to herself, "Oh, this is a really good story." As she continues to investigate. I'm going to try and get up to the next floor, and I'm not gonna roll any checks or anything. I'm just going to fly.
All right, easy. you fly up out of the hole and head up to the next
actual
floor.
wings, or do you just go?
Oh, they're wings of shadow.
Okay.
Yeah. Darkness wings.
Pretty edgy
Sorry.
and cool.
Go ahead, Caleb. Sorry.
So yeah, heading up, you come into this main foyer, or kind of living room area with sunlight perforating through it. Now a little dusty, but either way, you see in here that you've come in kind of from the north side, and there is another room at each of the cardinal directions. Let me see. All but one of the doors are open.
I'm gonna go all but one. I'm gonna
All
go into
but
the
one.
room that's closed, because that one's the most
go in-
suspicious.
You go into the room that's closed, you see that it is a nursery.
Or nursery? Okay. Standard baby stuff. I don't think a murderer would murder oh no. I'm gonna check the crib. Is the baby there?
There is no baby in the crib.
This is a baby eater. Alright, this is 10 times more serious. I'm gonna fly into it was the south door that wasn't open, right? I'm gonna fly into the west door.
Okay, so let's see, the west door. In the west door, it is a master bedroom. In this master bedroom, you see that there is an unconscious dog. It's a very big dog, and a bed has been thrown aside. There is a section on the floor that is opened up as well, with a large empty cavity within it.
Ooh. I'm gonna check out the dog. The dog should be awake or panicked if something big like this happened.
Give me a perception.
Can I
Or-
give a heal?
Do it.
Can I give a heal check?
Yes,
would that
that
make
would
it
work as
easier?
well.
Would that make the DC
That-
easier?
Yeah, that'd be easier.
Hopefully
Okay.
this dog doesn't attack you.
Let's see. Inspecting this dog, it is kind of been beaten unconscious.
Beaten unconscious? Can I? So blunt trauma basically took this dog out.
Yeah, blunt trauma. It's got some large whelps on it.
Okay. So either this owner beat their dog, or this burglar came in and
These
beat
look
the dog
pretty.
up.
These look pretty recent to you.
Okay,
So
so
you-
definitely the burglar. So this thing has extremely strong attacks to just break the floor and be as gentle enough to knock out a dog without killing it. But then I'm gonna inspect the rest of the room.
Inspect the rest of the what?
The room.
Okay.
Just general
Let's
perception
see.
check. See if I find anything off.
Looking around, definitely a lot off on here. Aside from the bed and whatnot that's been thrown aside, you can see that the closets are completely empty. There's no clothes in here. But this place isn't This area isn't dusty and decrepit inside this closet, so it has seen use. So either they just took all their clothes with them wherever they've gone, or they used this closet for somewhere else, or the baby eater burglar took them. But who would steal clothes?
Okay, so this thief took all the clothes. Is there any like?
What?
Any DNA?
No, not DNA. I'm trying to see if there's any like jewelry boxes and such.
There are some jewelry racks that were on the bedstands.
That
Though
are-
you see they are completely empty.
Okay, so this seemed to be just a regular robbery. What escalated this? I'm going to check out another room in the east direction, I guess. There's if it was a regular robbery, there would have been no need, or maybe the defense system might have acted up because of this.
So checking this other room, it looks kind of completely, almost untouched. Aside from the fact that going in here, this is the room that has the window that was removed. You can see the panels on the ground.
Ooh, okay.
They have, you can see that they've. Actually, give me a perception.
Alright, I'll roll perception.
Let's see. Okay, well, the 24, you can tell these were kind of meticulously removed. You see, they weren't taken out of sort of the window that holds them, but instead the glass was cut.
Oh, so I'm dealing with a professional.
And on top of that, looks like that they've utilized some other methods for ensuring that basically the glass made no noise when it came out. You can see an odd kind of paper placed around certain places of it.
Okay.
And the sills have been gently placed here. The closest thing of evidence you could assume could come from this would be a fingerprint on the glass, but you don't, as far as you know, have the entire means of fingerprint identification at this time.
I'm about to say, yo, this fool's got forensic science. What?
Actually, is there any fingerprints on this? Like impressions of fingers on this?
Let me see.
Well, hold on. I would also like to state that my ninja like attire would probably have gloves on it. I can assume I wouldn't make such a small mistake.
impressions.
Also, you use glass cutting tools, so it's like there
You
would have
did
been
use
very
glass.
little
What?
contact.
But you still had to move the glass pane.
Yeah.
We got a question. Were they fingerless gloves?
Are they properly edgy and cool, or are they basic and effective? Choose one. This is very important.
This
right
is
now.
very important to the case.
No, you
Aesthetic is
can't do that.
This is
That's
very
not
important to
fair.
the case.
What, I'm sorry. Is Kaguya smart or is Kaguya fashionable?
Let's put it like this as well. That kind of forensic science level of using fingerprints, if existent, is not common at all. So, if they are fingerless, you could
Whoever just fucking robbed, right, probably has the means to access such things. But right now, I'm just trying to think what makes sense for Kagi as a character. For her infiltration to be sensible, or for her attire to be sensible, or for it to be fashionable. I wanna say sensible.
Well,
I
you
really
were
want.
disguised. You were disguised too.
I was
So
disguised.
covering up your hands,
I-
especially you are a
I
tiefling, so
specifically
the red
used-
is very, very obvious.
Yeah, and I was specifically used tools and devices to make sure I made no noise until I absolutely needed to or couldn't afford to. So
fingerprint be
I'm
noise
going
though.
to.
Go
Huh?
on though.
I'm going to assume that Kaguya probably is sensible.
Okay.
That's my final
Okay.
answer.
Because
You've
you
You've saved
solved.
yourself,
You
but
almost
tossed away
got
your
yourself
aesthetics.
killed.
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say? You
You
kill him?
You saved yourself, but tossed away your aesthetics.
Yeah.
For
Look,
a-
I would
no,
have gotten you in the
But at what
Phoenix Wright
cost?
court, because they would be like, look at this pane of glass, and you're like, what? I see the fingerprints on it. Yes, but they're only on the right hand. Why is there only the right hand? That's because
saved
the
myself.
other hand was robotic, and they're like, what?
Projection in place.
Anyways, that's how I was gonna catch you, so you
So yeah,
survived.
there's nothing left on these glass panes. However, hold on. Let me see here. There is one small detail you find on these. Though everything is kind of made it impossible, what you do have is you see these. What you can tell from these glue papers, these are not kind of freshly made ones.
Ooh.
It looks like they've probably been in someone's possession for a while. They've got a little bit of wear on them, but are still completely functional and effective. But looking under the glue, you can see attached to just a bit of it is what is either a hair or a string of cloth.
What color is this piece of evidence?
Let's see.
How
One-
can I be the smaller?
One, I'll give this to you. Is it a hair or is it a cloth?
You gotta choose.
No.
What is more likely to have gotten caught or been lost during this one? Think about it.
You have had it for a while, and well,
likely. Here's the thing, right? Like for her ninja attire, Kaguya is 100% covered, right?
mhm.
The only real thing that you could see is a little bit of her eyes that comes from like the mask she wears, the little like navy blue faceplate.
So
Right.
it'd be fabric then, right?
So
But the
yeah, I
glue
think that
thing
could be
would have been
caught
in your
fabric.
back before you were disguised.
then again, I don't know that at this point.
You would
Wait.
have gone into the building
I
disguised.
I
and it would have
will
been used
instead-
or not.
Leave this to the god above Caleb, and I'm gonna roll a D2. I'm gonna say that one is if I roll a 1, that's the hair. If I roll a 2, it's fabric.
It is a small piece of fabric.
Okay, it's a small piece of fabric.
What color is the fabric?
The fabric is pretty dark. Very, especially for this area, kind of distinguishingly so. People here wear kind of brighter clothes or things made of much better material than what this cloth is made out of.
Is there more strands of this?
If there are, they are not here.
Okay. I'm gonna pocket this and move to the northern room.
The northernmost room is the stairway you came through.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's the 3 rooms and the house overall. Is there any other things you want to inspect or take note of?
Is there any other rooms that I haven't seen yet?
So I suppose there is downstairs. There are 3 rooms in the hallway leading to this stairwell. There are there's 2 rooms, one of which still has an open door. One's a bathroom, looks pretty much like a bathroom. Robes are still in there. There still looks to be general amenities that they've had. The other looks to be a storage closet of some degree. It would be a fairly high perception this time to tell if something's been taken from here.
Okay.
ADC 27.
Easy.
Do we know whose house this is, by the way? Does Rin know whose
Easy.
house this is?
Bryn, you're not too aware of whose house this is. You don't live in this district, obviously. And with that perception, you can tell, yeah, there are some things missing in here, while generally things you'd expect to be in here are in here. Other kind of cleaning things like mops and such. You can tell if, kind of, in terms of other supplies that one would use to care for this place, it's kind of lacking. So you can tell that perhaps they've had magical items. Not sure of what kind, but if there's not basic things in here, you'd assume it'd be something of worth that's missing, so it'd probably be something magical.
What did you take from this room, Juan, by the way, just for my knowledge?
From what I
Oh, yeah.
remember, right, with the things I nabbed real fucking fast. Because here's the thing, right? Kaguya isn't actually fully inspecting stuff because Kaguya has she's magic illiterate practically. These were everything that I stole, right? I stole the silver dagger. I tore up those fucking like papers. Can't wait for you to find those, Ren.
Oh, that wasn't. I forgot you actually tore those up. That was the other room as well. We'll get to that going.
Yeah, clothing that was in the main bedroom. I stole 22 pieces of jewelry from those jewelry racks. I took the painting from the main bedroom as well, so make sure to jot that down for Tiny. And I took, and from that closet that I mentioned, this was right before the fucking clash with the doll. Were wands and potions. I don't know how many they were in there, but just Kage either was able to yoink a majority of them, I hope, and then one magic sword.
I gave you pretty much all of them.
Okay.
It is 4 wands and 6 potions.
Jesus, I made out like a fucking bandit. With the wands themselves, that actually is making out like a bandit. Taking the sword was maybe too far.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Watch those wands be completely useless, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hope they are then.
You ascertain that
Make it
yes,
funny.
things have been taken from here. And as well, detail I forgot, in the prior room with the glass, there were some ripped papers.
Okay. Can I piece together what these papers were? Actually, no, I'm mending. I'm piecing them together myself.
You just fucking fix them. As well as it does... Hold on. Sorry about that. As well, since that does take a little bit of time to
10
cast, you
minutes.
eventually hear some other people kind of head in. And they come up and meet with you. You see that it's other people of the order.
Okay. I'm going to relay them all the information that I've found, all the, like, clues and such. And I'm going to tell them, remind them that this is a very dangerous person. That they possess, like, they possess the ability to stop magic items, such as, like, the fucking entire floor and shit.
I didn't stop it. I broke it.
Broke it. And they're strong enough to destroy an entire floor. And
You
be
kinda
on the lookout
nod.
with anyone with
Yes, Tiny.
This type of
Yeah.
cloth.
Yes, Tiny, gas me up.
Yeah.
They nod, seemingly taking in what you're saying. They don't look to be rookies, but they're definitely kind of juniors compared to you. One of them holds up one thing you had missed in the pit, a helmet. Says, "Do you think this armor belonged to them? It was down there with all those things."
No, that helmet can't belong to our intruder. That's metal, and any good thief would know not to wear too many metallic objects, especially a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Renor.
Kage ain't no fool.
However, that helmet is interesting. I'm going to cast Detect Magic and inspect this helmet.
You're rubbing salt in my wound, Tiny?
It is definitely very magical. You see as well on this is something of note to you that it is from the Order of the Songbird.
Oh.
Fucking knew it.
Oh, this helmet's from here. 100%.
Looks to be perhaps from, obviously with this much magic, a higher ranking individual. You can see it's, let's see, +3 armor, heavy fortification.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow. I see what they were trying to steal, and I suppose this is what activated the fence system. They probably cut their losses and left.
You think it was too much for him?
Probably. But then I think back.
Okay, wait.
I stop. I'm like, wait. They stole all the clothes in a closet. They stole jewelry, and they stole a number of things. They would need to have a sack extremely large, or they were using another magic item, a bag of holding.
The one of our party has already gone off to inform the
Homer.
home
The Homer.
Homeowner.
Who
owner.
is?
That's the
Homer
Who-
Simpson.
Who owns this home, by the way?
Let me see. They say that their name is Jala. A very they try to spell it. It's obviously kind of an elvish name. A lot of syllables and stuff actually to it for a relatively short name compared to its length.
So it's Elvish.
From Selvish. They identify him as essentially one of the current kind of generals, I suppose, if you had to give it ranking, of the Order of the Songbird.
Okay.
He's he mostly deals with kind of some of the banking and other numbers and such. Holds on to a lot of important documentation for the Order and things of that nature.
So this wasn't just any thievery, this was preemptive. If someone's trying to attack the Order of the Songbird.
They had to have targeted him directly. Look, and he's like pointing to the evidence you've pointed out in this room, the ripped up documentation.
Jesus.
He points out this is kind of very recent documentation. It goes over. It's essentially something to be mailed back to for where the Order of the Songbird is currently spending and distributing some of their money and whatnot among the city. With this kind of in shambles, that's going to have to be gone over all again.
Oh, so someone's trying to take out the Order completely. This is bigger
While I'm
than I
looking at these
thought.
documents, haha, funny paper. I'm gonna rip it.
Paper go rip.
You can't just rip up paper
You
that
know,
are worth
you-
millions of gold. Haha, rip.
Knew that they were documents, and you were like, "Well, they're documents, but."
Look,
This had-
I'll
this had to
explain
have
later.
been- This had to have been the last thing they done. They only ripped up one. There's plenty of important things in here, I'm sure.
Wait, they only ripped up one.
Hmm.
Why this one specifically? It's the
Maybe-
most recent.
Maybe they're a local of some sort. Perhaps the Order is not supplied to their district in a sufficient manner to their liking.
It couldn't be.
Could this be an uprising?
It couldn't be a. Rin shakes her head. It couldn't be a local. They're too good at their job. This is a thief that's stolen before. They even got
Right.
away when things went bad.
And
This-
you're right. There haven't been many thieves at all in Thermodum. I mean, and there's no active guild of thieves here either, at least as far as we know. They kind of like back off because, you're superior. They don't want to say something, you're about to be like, "You fool!"
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I hold up this thread to the juniors. This is the only clue we have to go on. The thief is wearing something akin to this, the color of this. And if they're a good thief, they would have their whole body covered.
One of them kind of steps forward and salutes to you. Says, "Ma'am, if you allow, I can take this evidence and run it through several of the clothiers in the area, see if they can recognize any sort of details about this thread that could give us some more information."
Yes, please. I'll need to do some investigation on my own in the area.
Of course.
And I'm
So,
going
go
to leave the building.
okay. So yeah, with that, they go off to continue their own investigations and such, and head off to do as they've said.
I'm going to activate several more uses of my wings and start scoping out the area, basically, before flying back home.
Is there even like a 1% chance?
No,
You know what?
it
Let's-
took
let's
me
get- let-
over an hour, I think.
No. Let's give it to Tiny. I'll.
You
You
know-
know what? I'll allow a perception check.
Alright, so at this point, unless you have the key points to keep refreshing that, you are visible.
I am visible, but Kaguya is pretending to be
Alright.
stealthy. So Tiny, you only have to contend with my normal stealth check.
Alright, Von Karma.
However, because they are your sister and you are non-suspicious at the moment, I'm going to give Tiny a small bonus. I imagine they could... Wait, are you still in your thief clothing?
You know what? At this point, it's been an hour. I probably would have found a safe location to go back into like my. What did I have on again? It was like a.
I don't know.
It was like ropes covering you head to toe.
Yeah, it was essentially like how the stereotypical Arabian woman would like dress, right? Like the full head
Yeah.
to toe, like
Kinda
covering.
very covered.
Yeah,
You want to roll stealth first?
yeah. This is my
Yeah.
stealth. This is where I rolled the nut one. Okay, never mind.
28.
I have to roll like an 18 to beat this. Alright, easy
I-
nat 20.
I am
Watch
giving
it.
you a +2 for it being your sister invisibly. Oh,
Oh!
A Von Karma always seeks a perfect victory.
Bugs fly straight into my eyes. And I fly
You-
straight home.
never mind. You fly up and are looking around, and as you're up here, man, you just realize how pretty the city is.
I'm gonna just stay up
It's
in the
such a-
sky flying. Actually,
you
taking in
you
the
stay
sun.
up there, just kind of looking around and just realizing, man, how could someone rob such a beautiful place?
Yeah. And then Rin, like after seeing the sunset, not the sunset, but like the clouds and the sky and the sun, she's like, "Wow, that's such a nice day." And I'm gonna go fly towards home.
Kaguya, who right now is gonna like dip into a street corner, make sure nobody's in the street corner, and then kind of like basically just try to find a rooftop that hopefully isn't occupied. Right? She takes out the sword that was in the bag of holding, right? The one that glows, and she
Okay.
looks to it and thinks to herself, "Oh, this is why I don't mess with wizards."
And I think that's
Mhm.
it.
So yeah, with that, we leave off with you looking and contemplating the sword. Kara and Hito heading back out, I suppose, towards home. And Rin arriving at home, going inside, and seeing on the table in the main room, there is what looks like a fairly large aquarium ball, and within it, a odd orange and red kind of fiery liquid.
What?
Uh-oh.
With the mark of Prudikine
Again?
marked on it.
Oh,
Your the god associated with your
Oh, this is your friend.
oracle and mass.
I wave to the figure or the aquarium.
Well,
It's like a little orb,
We'll
right?
s-
Like put in
we'll
it?
see if it waves back.
Oh.
Next time on Xorvintaal, Games
I
of
was
the
about to
Void.
say.
Yeah.
Oh
Fantastic.
my god.
It is we are running late.
Yeah.
Alright,
Sorry about
everyone.
running so late,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh my god, that was a good session.
Thank
I
you
was
so
gathering
much.
the
Will
evidence.
Will Kage be able to get herself out of this massive pit she just dug herself in?
Will
Next
Rin ever
time
catch
on
this?
Xorvintaal, Games of the
Story
Void.
secretly gonna over.
Bye.